It's super.
His play they did on that was pretty good at the Baron Pit.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got this all reset, which is absolute bullcrap, but we are going to move along anyways. So,
Sweet.
I'm going to strangle someone at the internet office. Okay, so you guys said, now that I have to pull us up, getting Skull Crabs out of here. So on your list, you said your priorities would be Nexus, Elder Baron, then Dragon Soul, Inhibs, Towers, Rift Heralds, Drakes, Outer Towers, Picks Kills, Push Out Lanes, and then Enemy Jungle Camps. And let's see, to my list and to your list, I'm trying to see how many of these you have in the same position. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have 6 out of 10 of these in the
Okay,
correct.
ready to argue, pal.
We don't have time for arguments at this point since we have 5 minutes. So I'm just gonna go down the list and ask why you think these are in each of these positions. Why is Nexus number 1?
You win the game.
Yeah,
You want
yeah. I was about to say, give me. I don't need any crazy answers. You win the game if you take the Nexus.
No, Nexus gives you 50 gold. It's important.
The 50 gold, yes,
That's the important part.
that will push you over
No, you win the game.
that
you win the
limit.
game. Yeah. Yeah.
So the next one, Elder Baron. Why'd you pick that?
They each give you like a huge buff, either to team fighting or to sieging, right? Gives you a lot of pressure.
Anyone else would like to join in?
I mean,
Yeah, you win the game off of it.
yeah, basically.
Yep. So you get the pushing power, and then yes, the Elder does also give you fighting power. And I talked to Daniel about this too. Baron and Elder are about the same line because it depends on what your team comp is. If you have a heavy engage comp that likes to fight whenever they can, Elder is probably going to be more useful for you, because if you're having that extra fighting power and you can initiate those fights, you're able to push that elder power onto the enemies. Now with Baron, if you're a Sage comp team that's more poke related or trying to split push that type of stuff, you're going to get a lot more use out of the Baron, just because you're going to be able to go to the side lanes and you're going to be able to let the minions get their pressure down in multiple lanes. So it depends on what your team comp is what each of these are going to be. Now the next one that I have is going to be the first discrepancy that I have. Next one I have for you guys would actually be Inhibs over the Drake Soul, and those are switched. And why I think that Inhibs are going to be better than the Dragon Soul is because as soon as you get that Inhib, you're going to put pressure on the map in order to make taking that Drake Soul easier to get right afterwards, or after your recall, and then get back to it, because you're able to do a dance around that Drake as the inhib lane is going to be pushing into the enemies, and it's going to cause that pressure to where they're not going to be able to fight you as easily while taking that. So the inhibs would be there over the Drake Soul. 5
Well,
you
Well,
what
couldn't like Dragon Soul inhibs be switched as well for 3 Dragon Soul 4 inhibs? Because like technically, isn't like Infernal Soul kind of like a mini Elder? They give you more fighting pressure. Cloud Soul like the roaming movement. So technically, it's a mini Baron.
They are pretty close to each other, honestly. That's why they're such on the list. If you have a team comp that's just really, really good with that soul, you can prioritize it over an inhib if you think it's going to be risky afterwards in order to get it. And this list is saying like you have a 100% chance of getting whatever is on this list. So if you really think that's going to be better to take that Drake Soul in that situation, then it might be the right call over the inhib. This is just a generalization. This is to put the game into perspective, so you're not, pushing out your side lanes and chasing kills instead of, taking the Nexus and actually winning the game. It's clearly, which one is better than the other one, at least in that. But it just gives you a general idea as to what you're wanting to look at. Now, for the next one, I have actually outer towers instead of regular towers. And I have the regular towers down in 7. And I'll tell you in a second.
Wait, why?
Because the outer towers are some of the most important to take because of the lane pressure you're able to get in those outer towers generally, because when the enemy has outer towers up, your lane cannot be pushing in the enemy territory at all. And in order to get pressure on the map, you have to have at least those outer towers down so your minion waves can be pushing into the enemy side. And why I have the outer towers adjust a little bit above Rift Herald and Drakes is because when you have that pressure of outer towers down and the lanes pushing, it makes these objectives much easier to get, because they're going to have to be worrying about those minion waves crashing way into their own territory before they can stop you at those objectives, unless if they just skip their entire lane waves that are crashing into their own towers, because at that point they're not going to have the vision control generally in order to get to those objectives without those lanes pushing, and it's going to give your team a lot more chances to ward the enemy jungle when the lanes are pushing into the enemies. We're going to have to pick this up pretty quick just because we're about to get started in the scrim. After the outer towers, we have Rift Herald and Drakes. You know, if you'd rather just get a tower than get Rift Herald, because Rift Herald's literally there to get towers. So that's why I have that the Rift Herald just a tiny bit below our towers, but above regular towers, just because the Rift Herald can get more towers if you support it correctly. And then Drakes are pretty important too. Then you guys got the last 3 correct. If you can get any more picks and kills, and there's nothing else up here you can do, I just don't chase too far, but you can get those picks and kills if you can. If you can't get anything above picks and kills and the picks and kills, then pushing out the lanes is also important, because when your lanes are being pushed, you have that control. You have that control into the enemy side of the base, and it gives you more free reign to get around the rest of the map when your lanes are pushing. And then finally, the enemy jungle camps. You guys was least important, but it is still gold that you're taking away from the enemies while giving it to yourself. What the goal is going to be in our games today is letting... it's basically going to be Daniel thinking about that list. I think he even said he made like a sticky note or something of the list when we did the one-on-one. So when he's going to be making the shot calls in this game, he's going to be being decisive about what he wants to do, and you guys just need to follow what he says. Now, whether you guys think it's the correct call or not is besides the point. You guys are going to do whatever objective he thinks is the most important that you guys can do. You guys are going to follow it, and even if you guys fail after the game is over with, then we can talk about why it failed and what could have possibly been a better choice. Just give me a second. I'm going to message these guys
for Daniel
about
Always flame jungler, right? Always
Yep.
flame jungler.
clearly. If you guys, while I'm typing this guy, if you can start looking at the op.ggs and looking at some bans that we could possibly do, it's a useful use of your time.
Yeah, the support player was dying last season. Kind of noticing a pattern.
Hey, I will say before we get into this, I do have an issue of looking at this sticky note. I'm still trying to get into the habit of it. So if I'm making a call and I don't know, like some it's not the right call or whatever, just say look at the list. Just say look at the list, because I have it on my other monitor, but I just have to get in the habit of looking at it.
I'm inting for you, Daniel.
I'll just cough a lot. I'm not gonna say anything.
Okay.
Someone want to link the OPGGs or?
It's already, it's in the bulletin.
Oh,
Yeah, does anyone want to give me a Valorant code?
Yes, please. I want one too.
Yes, please.
Yeah, I say we quit League and start playing Valorant exclusively.
I'm okay with this.
I'm fine with that too.
Alright, if one of you guys, Hammy, if you can make the picks of bands and send them out to them. It looks like we're going to be blue side first. I need to pull up the op.gg, start looking at.
It's just the it's the right OPGG. Sweet.
What's the team name?
Where's Matt?
Right there.
There he is.
What's their team name?
Just
Protect
put
the
visit.
Nate.
Yeah, protect the Nate. That's what they came up. They don't really have a true name. You guys and CS winner. Alright, we're missing who?
Chris.
Does anyone have the actual lobby chat open?
No.
It's not working for me.
I have it open.
Okay.
Who's their captain?
I don't.
Oh,
And I'll send, if you just send it to me, I'll send it to him.
there you go.
So that's their pick.
No.
That's spectator.
Let me see. I'm gonna send him again because I don't remember. Spec link is the bottom one, the second one I sent. And this is. And that's red pick.
Red pick.
Heart of the Freyord. Nut!
Okay. And then I'll need to get whoever's going to stream this. And Daniel, when we're in the game, are you able to... I'm wanting to watch your stream if you have the internet for it.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
I can do that.
Honestly, if you want to just stream now, I'll just
I'm
keep
also streaming.
to Discord.
I'm just doing it to Twitch.
It doesn't matter. So, I don't have the link to the picks and bans because I'm not in that chat.
I'll
What's going on?
I'll send it. We're just getting
Oh,
the
change the club tag.
picks,
Oh,
bans there. There's the spectator link. Have you guys seen anything in
Thank you,
the
Hammy. I got
bans
it.
that we need to do? Since I've been busy and this lasted longer than...
J4.
Oh, can I ask for an Anivia?
The 27% J4.
What am I supposed to... Fine, Ben Skarner then. He has a 52% run rate last season. He's just doing really bad this season.
I'm not really scared of either of those. If I were to ban any of their champions, his champions, I would ban Zach.
Ben Timo.
I do like the Teemo ban. I hate that just...
Noxus is their... Oh, Zero Wing is their top lane.
Yeah, Noxus is the
Zero.
mid lane. He has a really high KD on Anivia, and that's like a champ I can't deal with.
And then Flare is their...
Yeah. Like, with
Support.
his champ pool, I just don't want to play cat against it.
Okay.
There's so many things that can go wrong.
The spectator link is blue side pick. Oh, JK.
Is someone streaming it?
I'm streaming the pick and bans.
Okay. Ban... Sorry. Just ban the...
Nivea?
Yeah, Nevia's fine.
Ooh, dude, I like the desktop
Thanks.
wallpaper.
Do you like my desktop wallpaper?
Can't see it.
It's Windows Tension.
Oh wait, never mind. They just banned the cat.
Oh, why we ban on Anivia?
Katarina.
What else have you been saying?
I lane pressure. If I push out his
Rather
press,
just ban the Skarner just because he has so many games on it. So let's just do
Oh wait,
that.
this dude actually plays Timo? That's crazy.
Yeah, we're gonna ban the Teemo just because that's a
Hog.
annoying champ. So the
And do we ban Kled? He has like over 600 games on it.
Nah.
and Teemo.
Why are we banning Teemo?
Because Matt doesn't want to play it. Yeah, and he has a good win rate on.
Do anything.
I haven't said anything about banning Teemo.
Yeah, what do you think?
I would like to ban Teemo.
Pretty sure he said something.
Nah, I don't give a fuck. If I can get Renekton, I'm good.
So they banned the. So what priority pick can we pick here? I'm wanting to look at Daniel being our main initiation for these. What would be your best pick for initiating? Set or Mordekaiser or
Set? No, definitely not Mord. Probably Set or Sejuani.
All right. Why don't we do Set? That's fine.
Okay.
So whoever's picking, do Set.
Set.
So the next two picks, so we're probably just gonna leave top and mid open as general. So let's so we're gonna do 80 carry and support here.
Okay, I want to play Karma.
Did you finally complete your 20 games on it?
Yes.
Without lying?
Have I lied the last 3 times I've talked about it?
Yes.
I like Zaya.
Gotta have trust here, buddy. Do you have your 20 games on it and ranked? Between both
over my 2 accounts.
Over your 2 accounts, yes. Although I'm gonna say they haven't picked their support yet, and they have a Zac, so I can't imagine, Karma being the best blind pick here. But I
have to blind pick it anyway because you're making me pick support now.
Well, yeah, but there are better blind picks. Why don't we pick Zaya for 80 carry? It's a good general based 80 carry.
Did the feather buff go through yet, or
is getting a buff? I could just go back to your meme and just tell you to go Thresh because it's fun. If you want your Karma, it's fine, but I have a feeling that it's going to be a little bit more counterpicked than the typical thing.
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm looking for the rest of you to actually have a little bit less initiation than normal, just so Set can be the main one really doing anything. So if you want Karma, Karma's fine.
Nice.
So we're drafting to gimp ourselves.
Not necessarily.
Make you go, ooh.
There are different ways to win the game rather than just having a whole team of initiation. But I'm not just literally gonna go out of my way to stop you guys from initiating, but I don't want the Ornn top lane and the Sejuani jungle and the Ashe AD carry. That's not what I'm looking for, at least this first game.
I mean, we do have good disengage with Karma. Ult shield.
I don't know about that support pick, boys.
Ooh, it's a Nami. Ooh, spicy. Ooh,
yeah, Nami will probably have a little bit. No. So they've got.
20 games ranked or...
So they have what they have. So they have their top end jungle, or top end mid left as well. So that's Zero and Zero and Noxus.
Are we going for like a 1-3-1 or a all-in comp?
I would, well, based off of jungler tank initiation, I would say that's more of a team fight comp. No.
Go for a team fight. Okay.
Yeah. Why don't we ban if they've got Zero Wing?
Would Ryze be good there?
Right.
I don't see anything to ban from the top lane. Why don't we?
I can get us 2 objectives.
Why don't we ban Kled just because he plays a decent amount, but just so he doesn't do anything strange like that?
What about Yasuo?
Who plays Yasuo?
Their top laner.
Oh, that bastard!
The 20%.
You're not looking at last season.
If we're going for a team fight comp, we should probably look at Rumble.
Ban my Poppy. I bet they're looking for a Yasuo.
Yeah, alright, fine. Let's just ban the Yasuo then. I don't see anything else that's like sticking out severe.
He also has about 80 games on Echo.
That's pretty gross too.
But he has 160.
Well, look, there's a Nami and a Zac. They banned the Poppy. I bet you anything this is a set for Yasuo.
Alright, ban Yasuo. I don't want to wait too long on these things anyway. We are supposed to technically be picking these in 30 seconds. This website just gives us the freedom to wait a little bit longer.
It's nice.
Which we abuse.
Well, some other teams abuse it more than us, but yeah, we're like medium abusers of that. There's some teams that have like 99 seconds forever.
Wait, are you telling us we're average?
Average.
Only in penis size.
Let's speak for yourself.
Yo, dude. Yeah.
Oh no,
Diana.
You know what they say about the
So what do you want against Diana? Because I'm assuming that's gonna be mid.
If we're going for a team fight, probably a Lux. If you want me to split push, go for the Rise. I can play like maybe. I have like 5 games on Galio though.
Why don't we do Lux? That's fine.
Lux is safer. Okay.
And then you're a blind pick in the top lane, buddy. What are you looking
I
at?
don't give a fuck. Surprise me.
Ooh.
Shen.
Horn it is.
Shen's banned.
Is it? Oh yeah, crap.
Or engage. Or
Yeah. Why don't we do the Maokai? That's fine.
and the top plays Maokai, right?
We got enough damage between Zaya and Lux.
Maokai
Oh,
for
and
engage,
Sat.
Are you
Chrono
implying my
disengage.
Maokai does not do
I will buy you a virtual cookie if you're the most damage in this game.
Buy me a pizza if I get that skill.
You and your pizzas. You just love pizza.
Fuck yeah, dude, who doesn't?
Not too many people.
That's true. What are your thoughts on pineapple on pizza?
I think it belongs, but you gotta eat it that night because it does not make good morning pizza.
Can somebody tell me
And
what
they-
the fuck is up with Chicago-style pizza?
I cannot tell you at the moment. All right. Let's get. Yep,
Fucking
ready.
pizza wannabes. Have you no class?
I seen that shit. I just found out about it like yesterday. I'm like, what is that?
It's pretty good. It's not the.
I bet it's good, but it's not a pizza.
It's a pizza.
That's
In the
just a
way
fucking
that like
casserole, dude.
toaster strudels the ravioli.
I've really gotta start taking screenshots of what the bans are. What was it again?
Hold up.
They banned
Oh, fucking dicks.
they banned. Oh, we need to ban Anivia, Skarner, Teemo first phase.
Oh, what?
Doesn't matter.
That was banned from their team.
I know, buddy.
Ban all of theirs.
Yeah. So
yeah,
Warwick, they're doing it too. So Warwick and Zillion next.
You guys are idiots.
It's the little things that entertain us.
Did you ban
Clearly.
Matt? How dare you, Matt? Why?
I'm not gonna lie, banning Daniel's Warwick was honestly orgasmic.
Why did you ban the everyone?
I didn't think I int that much on it.
No, it's just you don't game.
Ban
Still
the
use.
Ooh.
That's not really champion dependent.
I'm going cleanse.
And then,
Should I take
So
a
do
team
I
fight?
pick his Ornn?
If you don't want to go heal, you should go exhaust.
next bans are Shen and Poppy.
I don't know.
Gee. As I said, I told the guy my team's an idiot. Ignore them. They're still in training wheels, and they said no worries. My team finds it hilarious. So I guess you got that going for you.
Training wheels.
Hey.
But if we're on training wheels, what's gonna be them when we shit on them?
All right. So in this game, you guys. All right, hold on, guys. In this game, you guys still need to be talking about information, what was on that sheet of what your guys' roles are. Ignoring Kyle, we still need to go over that.
Huh? Oh yeah.
But still talk about information, where jungler is, that type of stuff. What specifically when you guys are in fights, and especially when you win, you need to be looking for Daniel to be the shot caller in that exact situation and follow whatever he says. And also, the paper I went over today is similar, but doesn't exactly cover what your guys' objectives should be when you're on the losing side of a fight. But there's still stuff you can do objective-wise after you lose a fight. So that'll also be Daniel's time to tell you guys what you need to do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. So after main team fights, no matter whether your team wins or loses or even, you need to be the one telling them what to do.
Got it.
So.
You should go exhaust instead of cleanse. I'm gonna get cleanse for you.
Wait.
Zaya, Chris, go exhaust instead of
my mic
cleanse.
was muted. Are we ever gonna 2v2 them or no?
Do you want me to take TP as a mid laner if we're gonna go for that, or should I just stick with barrier?
I think you're fine with barrier against a burst champion like Diana. And Zach, that's going to be jumping on top of you.
Okay,
It's more
Listen,
like
Chris, you don't need to heal me. You just need to go exhaust.
after I get gold 3 on ADC, I'm not listening to anybody's shot call. Okay, if I want to go cleanse, I'm going cleanse.
Cleanse isn't gonna help you.
Why would
build
I
in
go
the
exhaust
chaos.
here? Why would I go
Because
exhaust
you
here?
can survive against Diana. That's the only person.
I feel like you just go the heal and the exhaust, and I'm assuming Karma's going the Mikhail's first, which is...
Teleport, you pussy bitch.
Why don't you go...
Teleport! Teleport! Teleport!
Listen, I've been playing a lot of ADC on my ultimate, and I'm telling you, up your support and go exhaust, and let him do what he wants.
ADC is kind of easy.
Okay. And Daniel,
you
you're still streaming. Alright, I'm going to mute myself. Get your shit together, guys, and I will see you on the other side of this scrim. Good luck.
I wish there was some shit to get together.
Alright, so generally when I play set, I focus more on farm, but I need to be focusing on ganking. So I'm going to be focusing mostly on mid.
There's a TP on Diana. We're gonna get roamed on again. It's gonna be another Cassidon. Oh my god.
Top lane is well,
Alright, so I can finally say something. So, welcome to tonight's stream.
You're learning the ways.
I'm wanting to watch his live, but his live game stream. Yeah. Are you guys in the game yet?
No.
6%.
Because I'm trying to watch Daniel's stream. It hasn't exactly loaded.
Is it
yet.
Is it a black screen right now? Or no?
It was the before you guys get into the in-game.
Alright. Next comp, we draft to match skins.
I'm down. Sure. Better, Dylan?
Yep. Alright, cool. Alright, so whereas the other whereas a lot of the other streams I've been watching their gameplay and focusing more on gameplay, these games tonight I'm going to be listening to their comms just because this is a Daniel shot calling lesson for the day, so I'm going to be listening to how they use their comms with each other. Right now they should be calling C-pop because this isn't what they're supposed to be talking about in the game. They should be talking about what they could be doing as this started, whereas they're dicking around, so that's going to be the first thing I say something about, but nevertheless, they'll learn eventually. Maybe. Just maybe. And full screen, there we go.
Yep, you're good there.
Whatever you feel safe.
He saw you?
Yeah, he saw me.
Okay. Yep, they're 542.
Oh, right.
Yep.
Well, now... You want me to come up there, or...?
Are you starting red or blue?
I'm starting red.
Hope you had... Yeah, I saw you guys talking about that earlier. Hopefully he actually does something cool with Karma and doesn't make you sad over his plays. So... Pre-game... C-pop needed.
Wait.
So civilized.
Alright. Yeah, top laners are a special breed, dude.
Yeah, C-pop needs to be called in conversation, needs to be talking about what needs to be done in game and not joking around.
Where'd he go? I think top.
Okay.
Misses one Q, you're gonna unfollow him. Pretty sure it's pretty easy to miss a Q with Karma too. It is not a very wide hitbox by any means, and the range is deceivingly lower than you'd expect it to be. I'm gonna start my coffee real quick. I'll be right back.
Can we kill top?
Yes.
Never mind. My Keurig machine is low on water. I'm not gonna be worrying about that.
Can we go in?
Yeah.
Daniel's stream is
Fuck, dude. Alright.
Daniel's stream is the one that is a little bit lagging.
I'm up 3.
My part, not the best quality, but
I think we won that.
still gets the point across.
Okay. I can just walk back here. Yeah, I'm walking back.
I think it's warded.
Alright, I'm just applying pressure. I'm going down for Scuttle. I think Diana's gonna be here.
Yeah, she is. Can we rotate?
Yes, please, if you can. No, okay, we're good. We're good.
I'm probably not gonna be able to talk as much as I'd
She back
like
to
to, just because I'm really trying to
Zach
listen
is
to
gonna
what
be there.
they're
I'm gonna
talking
get
about
outside.
in the game,
So it's D3.
and I'm more used to watching their gameplay rather than actually listening to their comms.
Can we kill mid or no?
She still has flash. She-
Okay. I'm looking at camps for now. Actually, no, I'm coming top. I'm coming top. He warded here. I'm coming long way. I'm coming.
So they are focusing a lot on this top side. I want to know if they talked
I'm coming.
about what the focus was in this lane, because I don't remember them talking about what lanes they should be focusing these games.
Kill it.
Wow, we got the first blow on that. Ow.
I canceled the auto.
Pre-game was talks about lane to focus pre-game, because I don't think I heard them talk about anything in the pre-game about what lanes the jungler was going to be focusing or not.
I'm covering mid.
It's about, let's say 10:02. I'm just doing some really, really rough math here. Don't just hit that. I didn't have time to actually do the math.
So Drake is up, and I don't see them talking about that just yet. They did just lose Karma in the bot side.
Well, he's probably gonna go for dragon now. So probably up there if you can next time. No, yeah, I know you can't right now. That's fine. I don't think so.
5
Hammy,
or
you can't.
before. No talks about Drake spawn. Heard. Yeah, the Karma death's got a sting.
Good flash.
We're just controlling the push.
Daniel's stream is still a little bit on the iffy side. Myself, I wish he had a little bit better quality, but at the same time, I can't complain as my internet is absolute crap too. So they haven't taken Drake yet. I'm still waiting to see if they're gonna be doing anything about it.
I also Zach right quick. Diana's fine.
Should be able to say 655. Say Zach spot side instead of Zach's here. I can give him at least a little bit of a shorthand to talk about where the junglers is, or they could use just pings about that too, where the jungler is. Either or.
I was just about to ping them all.
Because I'm going Miguel's first.
No, it makes sense. It's just funny to see. I've done that before.
They shouldn't be talking about his build, whether it's funny or not, for the having the 4 fairy charms. It is funny. Don't get me wrong. It looks funny whenever people do it, but they need to not be conversating about that in the games.
I can't. That's good. Good job.
You're talking about Hammy's 4 fairy charms. No C-pop called. Probably I need to do multiple lessons on communications just because it seems to be one of their weaker points, especially keeping the conversation to the game. That's not good. Yeah, he's dead. Oh, that was close. I don't know if you saw the Kama hero. It was pretty close killing the, I forget who that was. I like to check the tab and see who's what, but cannot do that.
Alright, dragon's gone.
There we go. Either Ash or Diana was, I'm assuming, maybe Nami? One of the squishy ones, but Ash is back in the lane. I'd be surprised if she was the one that had super low health there.
No, top's free if you just run at him.
Alright.
His mid is raping.
Now you're gonna get demonetized.
Yeah, should probably say a little bit better words than mid is raping me. That's I'm sure there's a little bit of a better way to say that you are losing the mid lane than that.
They haven't done dragon.
They have.
I could put a ward on it behind so it doesn't.
I'm gonna take my blue and then come straight down.
Got to be something better to say than mid is raping me. Good God.
Yeah, good job. Alright, I'm coming down. Can we kill mid for it? Well, they have a pink.
I think the pink's still top side.
Okay. Can we kill her or no?
I think so. If I let her
10.
bait her
So 25, yeah, 10-25 instead of
there's probably a ward like out here.
can we kill mid, since that's in question
Yep,
for.
Zach's top side, he's coming down.
Question 4 instead say
Yeah, they're rotating.
I'm looking to gank mid, and then mid can say if he's gonna have an issue with that or not. Needs to be less questioning in these fights.
Exactly.
I didn't hear anything about focus in that fight either. It wasn't like a long running fight by any means.
What do you mean I didn't hear?
Focus called within fight.
Yeah, I'm running.
Thorn is missing with teleport.
I still have R. Flash.
Diana has TP as well. I have control.
Dash thing. Then it doesn't watch out.
Oh.
Let's just. Diana TP, they're coming down.
Can we bait? Okay.
Yeah.
Ashes B. Ashes right here. Diana's running.
Trying to check my side real quick on the internet
Diana's running.
usage. Okay.
I'm sure they've taken that.
No, it's good.
No, they haven't. He's on it now. Can we go? Let's go. Can we go for it?
I actually said, let's go. A decision, not saying, can we go?
I can follow, but
Okay, then we need to go in now. Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
go.
Then question.
Ash, Diana, no flash.
I'm on the wrong side. Give the flash.
I can teleport.
Hold on, let me just take this first.
Oh, I got hit by that.
They should be.
I got Diana. Diana.
Yeah, nice.
Nice. Zach.
They should be talking faster in those fights than
Orange.
what they
Then my switch X.
did.
Zach's on her.
Zach's back up.
So 13. Talk faster about targets
Zach's coming back in.
within fight.
Targets, 1 minute. Switch targets.
No one said anything about
Zach's coming in.
getting hit by the ash arrow.
Okay, swap dragon.
Dragon, yep, let's go.
Watch out for the Zach steal. He's weak.
I can
Do you
solo.
need
I
a
can
dragon. I'm just gonna be a bitch.
with Karma.
13, 45.
I'm just gonna be a bitch.
I'm pretty sure Hammy called for Drake, which Daniel immediately said
Good job, you guys.
yes to. So there, at least, I would say that was decisive enough. And it is okay for other people to be saying what objective to do as long as Daniel is agreeing with it, or if he disagrees and he says for something else, everyone else follows the other call. It's okay to be calling out those objectives.
I think I used it that fight, Jersey. I dropped it on jungle. Okay, remember Gills is ready for you?
Do we wanna
I'm used to having my objective
Zach
timers
spot.
to the right when I'm doing these streams, so I can look exactly what's happening. I don't have that
Care,
luxury at the
care
moment.
about Zach's spot side.
I just lost my pile, so I don't know if this
There are flashes there. In 1 minute on mid and ADC. Nice.
My name is Zach Genki.
They're coming for it. Let's just rush. I'm just gonna rush.
Kill.
I can solo. I can
Oh,
solo.
never mind, Diana.
Diana's
There's
bottom.
4 bot. 4 bot.
What do you think about her?
4 bot.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm saying I can solo. You, Kyle, go top. Can you help him?
Yep, I can help. I'm not in range for R, but I'm gonna walk in.
At least
Keep on doing
he was pretty decisive about that too.
DC.
The team was telling him to do that. There's 4 bot.
Yeah.
Lining up
Good convo about 4 bot. Decisive on Rift Herald and
chilling.
directed Lux to the top lane to help
Nice.
Maokai. It worked out well. They got the Rift Herald objective and they got the top objective. Mid is taking a good amount of damage, though I think we might lose that. I might have been able to stop him going a different direction. Possibly if he would have gone in front first, but we do have the Rift Herald that we can always crash and take a turret back, and Maokai himself is getting some good pressure on the top side, so.
See Zach?
He's going for Scuttle. Let's go. Let's collapse.
Collapse him.
Look
Is
at
that caught?
objective
Matt,
list
Here, dude.
at the 13:45 mark. Okay, so what?
that's fine.
They're both doom.
Be careful, Matt.
At 1650 instead of we're fine. Tell team to back off. It's more forward with what they're doing. And tells them exactly where they need to be going, as opposed to them just still mindlessly chasing that when not much is going to happen in that.
Oh.
Looks like you can rush straight bot.
Stack bottom again.
I'm coming top. Try and get something.
I still have my gills.
Oh yeah, I just have my heal up.
Dennis.
She might still be. What?
Dennis had a bot side. Dennis bot side.
Doc. Flash for me. Nice.
Good
All
kill
right,
on
use Shelly.
him. Yeah. And good use of Shelly. Yep. Actually, wasn't that tower about to go down? Yeah, that was actually an entire waste of Shelly.
Oh.
Yeah, that was a super...
We should just take
Yeah, that was a super waste of Shelly. Never mind. But they figured out on own. Yeah, they figured out their mistake afterwards. That was definitely a waste of Rift Herald. It's still gonna get some damage here, but would have been a lot more health at this point.
I honestly think we're a little bit too late for Dragon. But can we rotate? Yeah.
It's fine. They're gonna go through it. We can get link row. Bot tower. And I've got everything. I'm full up.
Yeah, they probably should have said something earlier about Rift Herald if they wanted to go to it. Need to be paying attention to Drake timers more as team and pointing out that they're coming up sooner.
Yes.
Doesn't look like a good position for Karma. He's super out of position with no vision and no escapes. He should not have been that far without team, but this isn't exactly the VOD review or the review of me trying to catch too many of those mistakes.
I got the tower anyway. I'm on my way.
Karma.
I'm dead.
Karma way too far forward without team, vision, or escapes. Yeah, that's gonna be a super easy objective taken for them. Be super surprised if we can take this. I'm assuming we're not going to.
Ready? Yeah?
I don't know how Lux does that. I think that's the second time this week that he's stolen a Drake using his what is that, his E and ult. I don't know how he keeps doing it.
Alright, Mountain Salt, that's good for me. I have condition. Nami's warding my jungle.
Let's back up. You think about Ash?
Yep. Yeah, let's go.
Oh, never mind.
Zach. Yeah, let's go for Zach.
What was that? Does he have recon?
Yes, he does.
Watch the bot lane one for me.
That was a nice smite there.
We got bot lane rotating up there. Got TP, Diana.
I think
Just come out.
I have R.
Nice.
I'm on my way. I'm almost there.
Diana, no R. I had a flash out there. Cool down.
Orin.
Fuck. What's this pathing?
I bottled you up.
With Diana on this.
Ash.
Ooh, I missed.
I guess they are talking about
On the side.
Can we do Baron? How long until he gets up?
15.
Okay, let's just start.
21, 50. Daniel didn't
No, she's just reformed.
make a decisive shot call
Nice.
because Hammy was the one to ask what objective to do. Even if Daniel's dead, he still needs to be shot calling.
Probably gonna be dead.
Zach might get here first.
Yeah. He respawn first. He's more mobile.
First to dance.
Yep.
Alright.
Yeah, Zach's right there. That's close.
Hold on. I don't think we should fight here.
No.
They had a reset.
I'm out of
I had
mana.
to change your heart.
Hey Kyle, I'll leash this blue for you.
I'm getting it back anyways.
Alright, so now the question is, what's the team decision on objectives? Out here. 23, 10. What's the team's decision on objectives? No shot calling happening currently after Baron take. Nothing's still been called. Nothing's been called.
Stayed with,
Nothing's really been called. I guess Luxay is gonna go mid, but no one else is. No one's taking control of what to do. What
Watch out for the Zaki.
to do.
Mine's missing.
Maybe just let Bot chill out a little.
oh my god. Gale's
Everybody's going to Gales.
There's nobody bot.
Or, that's why.
I'm okay.
Okay.
Okay, Diana left or something. Oh. I'm baiting.
healing. Kind of healing.
I got him.
Diana.
Diana, where? Okay.
Good, we're good.
I want to ask what they could have talked about there better. What
Hammy and Zach.
more communication could have happened here?
Just play for Jack.
No, I don't think we should go in. Yeah.
Now, I do believe Hammy is streaming this, as he said, so we should be able to go back to this and talk about their
I'm on the way.
talk about what they are talking about in this.
I got Orn on me.
I'm here, Daniel.
Ooh.
No one's focused. Yeah.
Nami? Okay, Dragon.
25, 30. Good job on Hammy starting to say who to focus and fights. Should be called
Hammy,
out
please
a
don't Hammy.
little bit faster,
Zach,
though.
Zach, come.
Yep.
Diana's there, careful.
Yeah, they've got to. They can't just keep DPSing the objective and that. You gotta kill the enemy jungler in that situation.
Okay, let's go here. 1-3-1 or 5-0? Or 5-5?
Got to kill enemy jungler.
I
For
kind of want to push out these towers.
Continuing
Outer towers.
Drake kill.
Probably 1-3-1.
So 26, 30. Kyle's asking what the
Can
team
you beat Diana?
Yeah, easy.
what the team
Bro,
shot call should be,
Ahead.
but Daniel should be thinking about that sooner.
They have 4 mid. I have full mark treads and Triforce here.
Still can order my question. I can't hear it.
ADC, can we go bot?
Zach is
Zach's there. Okay, if we all go bot, I think they're rotating up top.
Oh, this push. Oh, 2
I'm pushing out mid.
Sorry, I'm thinking to myself at the moment, really just watching what
Where's Diana?
they're doing. They did eventually get themselves to Maokai top and 4 bottom. They just need to make sure they're not getting initiated on.
I'm flashing.
Diana's teleporting.
So what's the...
That's all the shield I got.
I don't hear a single... there's no focus here. No focus in this fight on who to kill.
Orange?
Okay.
Shielding.
Good job, Chris.
Perfect.
Good job.
Nice.
Okay, so 28,
We're both in 15.
2850 should be...
Enough, or we can do it over.
Can we do it? Tower?
But just take this tower.
Need
Wave, do you wanna rotate?
shot call.
Yeah, I'm up in 15.
Baron or
No,
Baron or
none of them are really... Daniel's not making that shot call on what they should
Yeah,
do.
yeah.
In for Daniel. In for
No,
Daniel.
To make...
No, the wave's
Danny
gone.
boy.
I changed my mind.
No one made
Alright, now it's too late to
decisive shot call here. And then we can look at the
I
Yeah.
could reset. I have not, none other.
look at the objective list.
They're setting up vision control around Baron.
I'm gonna do something a bit new here. I'm gonna do one of these. I'll be a secondary support.
I'm already here. I'm just gonna catch that top wave.
Careful, Hammy. There's a few of them.
Drag's up in a minute. Let's play for that.
Blue buff.
Yep. You need a leash, Kyle?
Zach's on Baron.
Can we get Asher?
Let's rotate for Baron or Dragon. I mean.
So if they're going for Drake now, they need to be calling out vision. I just heard him finally saying something about it.
Taking time for ult. That's about it. I'm looking at Ash.
And McGill's.
I'm shoving, careful.
I have all.
So he's trying to shove that side. Now he's telling his team that he is at the side.
Yeah.
Ash
Ash
flash.
flash.
Can I start it now? Can I start it? I'm gonna start it. You
Yeah.
guys?
Yeah. Go.
I'm just zoning.
Yeah. Let's get it. We got it.
No Ash.
What needs to happen is I don't want...
Nice.
Sack.
Diana, watch out for Diana. Watch out for Diana. No ult. No ult.
Nice.
Okay.
Can we go Baron after this?
Let's finish. Yeah. Let's help Matt. Help Matt.
Matt's fighting. Nice.
So 31. Looks like it's a good fight
I've got Orange.
for them. 31, 20.
We're tower diving here.
Everyone
down, boys.
needs to stop asking.
I still have W.
Shielding.
Why is the call here? I want to know if.
I'm gonna get tower.
Guys, take the tower. Take the tower.
God damn it.
I got him. Yep. Nice.
Boom.
At this point, they need to tell him to turn to the inhib.
And another one?
Or just reset.
32.
Yeah.
Number one.
Diana.
I don't know.
That was. She's rooted?
Oh.
15. 15 needs to be
I think that was a good job.
telling
with
team
Matt rooting
to
her on her ult. That was really good.
needs to be telling team to get inhib instead of chasing kills. Yeah, they should
I
have
don't think it's
not stayed after.
knock up.
They got that they stayed a little bit too late. There.
If the game goes long enough, I'm getting
Next game, I think I'm gonna be telling these guys to stop, to play the entire game without asking a single shot calling questions, because I'm tired of these guys being indecisive.
I mean, not set up for Baron. Can we catch Diana here? Does she have TP?
She does have to.
Because like right here, they're like, can we get Diana here?
I'm gonna get this wave. Push it out.
Where then you say either,
Say that again. You cut out.
let's try to kill Diana, or then you just ask about does she have flash. Instead, tell team to try to kill her,
Yeah. Let's go.
or ask if she has flash.
I think we win a fight here. No. Does Diana have R again?
What about this, though?
Diana does have R. Oh, we're starting Baron?
Who's?
Yeah, we could probably clear him, Maokai, if not play
There's
the
one
one.
Yeah, there's no one that actually said.
I'm just zoning.
There's no clear call here in order to start the objective.
That's Diana.
Call to start doing objective. Just started
Bust it down. It's 15.
doing it.
Right now.
I got Ashe. Hammy on.
Focus her.
Nice.
Okay, Ash. Ash.
See Nash.
Look at Chris.
Zach's still up.
Oh shoot.
I'm going with Chris.
Yeah, stop chasing. You
Yeah,
guys
yeah,
are
let's just go.
chasing.
Let's just
Yeah,
go mid. We can end off mid. It's 40 seconds. Let's just go.
Yeah,
35,
I don't get to fill my death stands.
35. Started chasing too much, then made decision to end. Yeah, number one priority.
Nice.
Holy fuck, I trolled so hard. I died to one of the towers and I still had heal.
Alright, boys. Moment of truth.
Clean gameplay.
So, how'd you guys think the communication was this game?
No comment.
I think I communicated better than I normally do, but still not the best. I still have a long way to go, I think. But I think I made some
I'm tilted.
progress.
I'm so tilted too.
Because you're not the highest damage on the team?
Precisely.
Jeez.
Wow, imagine not being the highest damage.
As a Maokai, I
I'm
know.
triggered.
Yeah, imagine. Who got the highest damage?
Chris.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Chris
Rat
Carey.
bastard.
Ready.
Is this a block or?
Yeah, well, we should still be having at least one more game.
About 0 for that game.
Are you fucking me?
ADCs. Shake my-
Holy shit!
Dude, Daniel got more than Hammy.
I buy 2 every
Holy
pack.
shot.
Okay. Well, the reason I brought more is because I died like 7 times, and every time I bought 2. So
All right, Hammy, if you
do
can.
you have more than me?
Pink wards.
Hammy, if you can make the thing
Yo, I
again,
had pink wards.
we'll be red side this game.
Hold up, I need to take a what was it? A meditation break to detail myself.
Yeah,
Wait, I
geez.
had great
Anybody
wards in
download
it. What do you mean?
Did anybody download it?
I'm
did.
still in it. I'm still in it. And I can do it.
Oh, we streamed it anyways, right?
Yeah, we did stream it. But download is still a good idea to have.
I need socks. I'll be right back.
Okay, Dylan, on a scale of 1 to 10, how bad was it watching the game through my eyes?
I'm
sure it was a bit.
I was more paying attention to your conversations, which being a male person, I can't focus on both, you know, what you guys are truly doing and communications at once. A flaw of the at least 90% of guys, but there was clearly shot calling things that you guys could worked on. You guys, literally, the whole focus of this next game is for not a single one of you fuckers to say any type of objective in a question mark. I am going to write down in my notes every single time someone says, like, should we kill this person? Should we do this objective? Can we take this? I want decisiveness out of people. You guys ask way too many fucking questions in this game. You guys need, you're not going to, even if these calls sometimes are wrong, you're not going to better yourselves unless if you guys are starting to be more decisive and not asking so many questions. You guys need to get to the point where you know what the correct answer is and not having a 10-second conversation with everyone. Be like, hey, can we do this objective? Oh, is this not the great one to do here? What about this one? Oh, and also communicate things like that Baron call you made. I think Chris just literally just started attacking it without anyone saying that they were going to start doing the Baron. And someone's like, oh, wait, are we doing Baron now? And then you guys like half panicked in order to get to the Baron. That was probably another one of those like worst, like, what the fuck are you guys doing in terms of shot calling type things?
Didn't we call
either.
Baron or no?
No one called.
We were dancing. We were dancing.
Well, I asked what the priority was, and then Daniel was like, Baron. And then everybody was like, oh, we can team fight, we can team fight, we can fight here.
We're gonna be looking at. Let me get this for them again. I can't think and do stuff at the same time. It is just the worst thing ever. Blue pick and spectator, and then you guys, and then Matt's not in here. Yeah, see, now he's on the wrong team. Matt.
Also, Jarzy's, I don't know what you mean. I didn't use my RE so many times. Like,
Yo, Jordan.
the only one I didn't use was RW.
Yo, Jordan, you play support? We might be looking into that.
Hey. Is Matt really? Matt, you need to get on the correct team. There you go, buddy.
Alright, well, I told you guys I'd be back.
I didn't hear it. Anyways, we're on the correct team now. And Chris, you need to drop down.
Just don't you dare, Chris.
So, again, in this next game, you guys need to... I'm literally going to write down every single one of your guys' times where there's an objective and someone says a question mark at the end of any of these sentences. I want decisiveness in these calls.
I don't understand what you mean.
What is your feedback of last game, Dylan?
In terms of communication or the actual game?
Just in general, anything.
I mean, I've got a page and a half of notes, but
Okay.
which we're gonna have, entire VOD review of. I'm gonna go to Hammy's stream and listen to you guys, what you guys are saying, and then talk about the notes I have. So that's how I'm gonna be doing these. But
I like that a lot.
yeah, again, I gave you guys the biggest ones that I want you guys to work on this game. Now, is there anything else we need to ban this game, or was there nothing of that what they played that really stuck out? that we need.
Later's better than me.
I don't know. I didn't feel bad about it.
That orange is pretty gross.
Alright, you can push the ready button on the pick bands whenever ready.
I would like to see the same bans personally.
Yeah, I don't
What
really.
if they don't ban our Poppy?
Well, then they done fucked up.
Do we want to allow the Yasuo through until we see the Poppy ban?
Why? Why do they always ban Cal?
So what, Skarner?
Because you're. Yeah,
No, I'd rather ban a Zac. Honestly, I'm more scared of
why?
a Zac on their team.
the guy.
I was cucking that Zac hard.
Yeah, the Zac wasn't doing really well, and that guy has 50
Okay.
plus games on Skarner Rain. By
Alright,
far
that's
is
fine.
most played.
I'm just going champion wise, but okay, that's fine.
I think for him personally, he'd have a much higher success on Skarner, and then Teemo, and then.
Teemo doesn't do anything is the problem. Bad
It's
ban.
more the lane matchup, and the guy has a good amount of games and wins on it.
I don't know. If we get cooked by a Teemo, that's something else.
Look, man, I mean, I could beat the Teemo, but are we gonna complain if Teemo's not in the game?
You're just not gonna have fun for 12 minutes.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
I mean, the shrooms would be pretty annoying for objective control. Nah,
And then what was the last thing that we banned here last time?
Nivea.
Anivia. You didn't want to play that. Yeah, it's fine if we.
I don't like Nivea.
Yo,
Post 6, it's hell.
watch your whore mouth there, child.
Alright, what was the next ban?
Anivia.
Nice burb, best burb.
Imagine leaving the Karma open after you got schooled in the bot lane by it.
Yo, imagine leaving top lane completely open.
They didn't
My
ban
jam
Fall.
pool's an ocean.
Like, they
So
should
we'll
know
see
that,
what
this only has 2 DCs, right?
they pick. Zac again.
I would prefer to play some early aggression.
Well, that's why I want you to either. I want you to either do Mordekaiser or Rek'Sai, so pick one of the two.
So what do you want? Can we pick jungle here since we know what it is?
Yeah.
Actually, it does Elise beat Zac in
Well,
1v1?
she's early, and so if I go in his jungle, then yes. But I prefer Rek'Sai, but if you would prefer
If
Elise,
you want to do
we can
Rek'Sai, that's fine. Let's just do that then.
I'm just more comfortable on him.
That's fine. I think that's a her, by the way.
Her, yeah.
Wow, okay. 2020, guys.
And then let's just do. Let's just do AD carrier.
Which is even more. Of
One we
Xayah again, he's got like 70 games on that. We're taking it away from him. And send us dog crap into me, and Kaisa's okay.
I was gonna say Lucian, but we can do Xayah again. Which one do you want to play,
Whatever you
Chris?
wanna play.
Xayah or Lucian?
Take Lucian out of my shampoo.
Okay, well then Xayah.
Wait, are you serious, Chris?
I don't like it.
Huh.
You are really quiet at the moment.
Turn the
Yeah.
fuck up.
Yeah, you're at the
Turn
higher
up
range
for
for
what?
me.
That's better.
I just want to be loved.
I love you, Matt.
Alright, I'm done. I'm quitting the team, boys. Changing my address, my IP address, my name, my surname, my social security number.
Is this a 3 game? Can we leave Teemo open next game?
We'll see, depending on what time is.
Like,
Hey, speaking
is there
of,
someone we need
hey,
to ban besides the Teemo for my own sanity?
well, I don't even know if we're gonna get to a third game or not. But Hammy, how long does it take for Twitch videos to be able to watch the replay when you stop the stream? Is it pretty instant?
Minute or two?
So it's pretty instantaneous. So we could watch the VOD reviews tonight of what you streamed.
Probably.
Okay.
Since they're showing support, can I play like my Blitzcrank here?
This is my worst matchup, by the way, Hammy. So if you just want to go roam around, do whatever.
You're there.
This is the game to do it.
Doing that.
Either if you guys want to be aggressive, Nami sucks against those pole champions, so Blitzcrank would be fine here.
Nice.
Nice, dude.
Nice.
Okay.
I still don't know why you don't pick Thresh over Blitzcrank, but pick the Blitzcrank.
It's because he can take smite on.
That's because I can take smite on Blitzcrank.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
So they have top and jungle open yet again, and last time I looked, there was nothing.
No, they have top and mid.
We'll save
top mid. We have last pick too.
Yeah, so we'll save the Yasban.
Yeah. What was the other thing we banned? The Kled? Yeah. I don't see anything else to change. So just do the Kled again, and then we'll do the Yasuo. Seriously, there's nothing else that really sticks out that I'm like scared of.
Dan is Ornn, dude.
I am okay with that.
Are you serious? That Ornn sucked.
Yeah, but I don't like it when you get upgraded items.
Play Ornn.
I feel like I'm at a disadvantage when they have upgraded items.
Those bastards.
Yeah,
Maokai, and then you'd rather
Can we pick the Ornn?
I'd rather ban Ornn over Yas, unless we.
I would rather ban
Can we
Ornn than
pick
Ornn.
Well, let's just ban the Ornn then. It's fine.
What? Why?
Because I don't want to play him.
Why?
There is literally no tactical reason behind that.
I mean,
Can we
what is
ban
Yasuo
something
gonna
else?
do in this game?
Can we
What
ban
would
like
Yasuo do?
Rumble?
Yeah, So's got the Nami and Zac for setup. Like,
Can
this
we
is still a
can
really
we
good
ban
match.
Rumble?
Okay,
instead
well,
of
if they've
Gale?
got the Zac and the Nami for the balls, then just be safe and ban the
But-
Yasuo again. Just ban the We're 37 seconds. Just ban the Yas.
But
Oh
Rumble-
no, 37.
I know. I'm trying not to be a
Fuck
dick.
cares if they get Ornn. The
That means we
duel
have 80,
isn't
we have
good.
like 60 seconds to go, right? We reached that 99-second mark.
But how many
We're fine.
times did you guys get eaten by the Zac that game?
I cucked him a
times.
whole lot, which is
So top
I was in
and
his face. Okay.
why. Maokai Q stops Zaki.
I mean, if you're really worried, I can go Morg mid.
honestly, I would like.
Ban me out, peasants.
Well, I would like initiation on your side. So if you want to pick the Ornn, it'd probably be a pretty good pick here. So let's do that.
Ornn!
And we do have focus in the bot lane anyways with the aggression of
shit.
Blitzcrank.
What about Shen?
Shen's
But
not as
Ornn's
good
so much
initiation
better.
as Ornn though.
Or
Is this a team comp or
Yeah,
one
but
team?
yeah, how's it feel, huh? Top
I think it is. Yeah, I think it's like a
Hammy play
You got-
he might pick comp.
Team
Yeah.
fight pick? Okay. So I can split push as Rise, or should I go for like a team fight Morgana?
Well, you're gonna have the counter pick anyways. We'll see what they pick. But you guys, essentially right now, you guys are gonna be wanting to focus the bot lane with the Blitzcrank being able to aggressively get on a non-mobile Nami and then Caitlyn, and then if you guys can get the bot lane going, and then as long as Ornn can go even in the top lane, we should have a pretty decent match here.
They're thinking.
Yeah.
Super thinking.
They passed 37 seconds.
I hate you, Matt.
okay, guys, what goes well? Diana mid.
I can just play
Yeah.
Morgana.
Watch
Or-
him pick Diana and an AP top lane. That's an easy merc treads.
Yeah.
They passed 73 seconds.
Good. Now they.
And we were stressing over 30.
Hey, I just like us to be respectful. If the other team wants to do that, they can do that. I don't like
Not
us doing that.
respectful when they bring this
Respect
trash
is
to
a
play against
two-way
me.
street.
You called it.
Sandra, so what?
I can
Good.
pick Rise to split, or I can pick Morg for team fight to shield Chris. What do you think?
It's Zac top, Kaylin mid, Syndra ADC.
I like Ari here.
You sure about that?
Wait, what were your options, Cal?
Sure about? I'm saying like Rise for the splitting for team fight. It's like secondary carry, or I can go
Alright.
Morg to
If
heal.
Ryze can survive against Syndra. I like the Rise here.
Rise goes really well with our team.
Yeah, I like the Rise.
I can go the Rise.
Rise won that lane too.
Yep, Rise.
Sure.
Yep.
God, I always play Rise. Oh, what a boring champ.
Should not suggest that.
Boring.
Do you remember what lane Zach started? Did he start blue or red last game?
He started blue.
Sorry, blue.
Yeah, can we get some pressure balling this game? We kind of got camped earlier.
You know,
Yo, Riot's nerfing dodging penalties.
No, they're
What?
buffing it. Like, they're making it more potent.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But they
Even
said
the
they
3LP one?
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing.
So
Why, though?
we banned the same things: Teemo, Skarner, and whatever it is. I have a wonderful memory. Teemo, Matt.
What if I don't wanna?
We banned Skarner, Teemo, Nivea, Kled, Yasuo.
So
I
this
seriously want to quit top lane because this bullshit.
I'll swap with you, dude.
Yeah, where the fuck is Teemo?
just type it in.
He's literally nowhere.
That's how Teemo works.
Yeah, he's invisible. Haha.
haha. So while you guys are getting these bans, what's the last ban again for us?
Anivia.
Kled,
Anivia. Okay, the other things I've already talked to you guys about. This game, I don't want to hear any of you saying any objectives and a question mark. I want you guys to be decisive. Work still on...
Might as well just at Daniel.
Work on still... Hey, hold on. Work on still pointing out in team fights you guys need to be focusing. That's mainly on Hammy, but if no one's saying anything, someone still needs to be speaking up. Or if the team fight is split and there's two different sections, you guys need to be focusing on who you need to focus on. And then finally, C-pop is still an issue with you guys, especially the pre-game of what you guys did last. You guys were joking around, laughing. Yeah, skins and that type of crap. You guys need to be talking about what needs to happen in the lane assignments. So as soon as this screen quits and we get you guys get in the loading screen, you guys need to get your serious face on in the game and talk about what's actually going to be happening in the game. Yes, serious face. Yes.
Not my serious hat or my serious pants.
And then what was the last one? Oh, and you guys, other miscellaneous random C-pop things, like you guys were laughing about the 4 fairy charms that Hammy ended up getting, that type of stuff. Where that doesn't need to be in the game either. And yes, we're in a regular practice game at the moment where the stakes are literally nothing and we're just practicing, but you're not gonna you guys need to get into the habit of acting as if we are playing a professional game or a tournament, that type of thing, and you're not going to get into that repetition unless you practice in these games how you want to play tournament games, which is why I'm getting on you for little things like laughing about 4 fairy charms on your support player and it looking weird.
But it does, though.
It does. I totally agree with you. On stream, I was literally like, yeah, it does look weird. But that doesn't need to be in that conversation. You could save that until after the game's done. When the game is done, you guys can talk all you want for like the first 30 seconds to vent about what just happened.
Not in the loading screen yet, so
yeah.
Which skin am I going?
Do you have a Thunderlord Rek'Sai? Because my hands are kind of tied.
I have Black Frost and Eternum.
What? Smite on Blitzcrank?
I'm going teleport.
Wait, who left the lobby?
Me.
I'm going teleport as well.
I'll go TP as well.
I'm going TP.
So, last game Junkers would camp me, and I got like 1 gank. Top lane got like 4 ganks.
And
We got
carried?
0. Okay.
That was based
And
off
who
of...
carried?
All right, so you guys are starting in 5 seconds. Be talking about what you need to do in your lane assignments, what you're going to be focusing on. I'm going to mute myself. Good luck in this game, guys.
Okay, we started.
All I'm saying is I built the only item that reduces damage dealt. So.
Yeah. Their win
Alright.
condition is balling, so if you could help us a
So
little
mute
bit
them
with
a little bit. This will be getting started in a second. I am going to get myself a cup of coffee like I wanted to do like an hour ago, so I will be back while they are loading up.
Give me a D4, I'll teleport.
Oh, we can double TP.
triple TP.
5-man bot, boys.
We're invading at the start of the game.
Okay. I'm done.
Like their only winning matchup is their Kaylin. She just beats me in like that's
Syndra
it.
might be actually.
It's okay.
And she went precision. She went precision secondary, dude. She's gonna be moving like 2. Use 2 abilities, and that's it.
Unless she deals here. And she's not gonna do anything.
Yeah, if she gets that triumph cross,
No decisive on short.
Yeah, I did.
then I'm gonna roast you.
Wish I had.
Okay, so I beat Zach early. He's probably going to be placing wards near the entrances of his jungle, but I'm still going to be looking for him. With my tremor sense, I'll be able to tell like if he's retreating and all that, so I'll just be applying pressure. But honestly, I'm going to be focusing on bot side and mid. I want to keep mid at least even, but then focusing bot.
Right, so he's camping top.
Hey! And we're gonna win because of it, boys.
Okay, all jokes aside, the reason that happened is because wherever my pathing is, and then
Okay,
whatever
see, Bob,
lane,
you're throwing me off, dude. I don't need to know about this. You're hurting my brain.
whatever lane looks the
Oh my
most
God.
like
No,
that-
I got you.
Like
I know. It's all based on the game. That's your initial plan. You're probably gonna change it this way, based on conditions. Yeah.
My brain. Or what side are we invading?
As the game
We're gonna invade bot side. We're gonna go into blue.
Bot side.
Bot.
Try
From
push or river push. Pixel push.
From bot lane.
Oh right, he started blue last side, but he's gonna start red this side, so it's fine.
Bot lane tower.
Like this.
Try push. Okay.
What's the path? I don't know. Just follow
Go
Hammy.
there.
Just follow
Yeah,
Hammy.
just following me.
They're 5 points, so just
The trick is to walk here, and then here,
Yeah.
and then show.
okay.
That run animation is just so goofy.
But because we're both cranked with a smite, they might be in a 5 stack. So just all of you die and then leave me alive, okay?
Oh my god, this is easy.
We're all right here. Calling it.
Looks like I'm joining back at a good time of them invading, or at least attempting to.
Or
They
you
don't
invade
find
this way.
anyone.
Oh.
We're gonna be right here. Just stick close, Hammy.
Yeah?
We have warning of that. That's not good.
You guys are so much
We have
faster
to
than
do
me.
Okay, just let one go top then.
Where are they?
They probably hiding somewhere.
They might be-
Just let one go top.
At least they're communicating about potentially
I'm gonna work the red.
where these guys
Careful-
are.
Careful on our red.
Yeah, that's okay.
Where's this Syndra?
Syndra's right there.
Okay, they started blue side, or yeah, blue side.
Let's try pushing.
So probably would not have been the worst idea for me to stay around for their pre-talk just to see exactly what they
That's fine.
talked about. I'm just going to ask them what they talked about in the pre-game. What did you guys discuss in pre-game of
Yup.
game number 2?
That's fine. This is 4 for them because we can freeze this underneath.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Talked about moving together the right way. Well, sounds like they were being at least productive then. which is all I want them to do is be productive instead of talking about random crap when the game starts. Seems pretty reasonable for me. And I'm sure I hope the majority of them get it too. You just have to practice what you want to do.
Cho'Gath? Yeah, he came
what you want to do in an actual tournament game. I was looking at him to see how long it took him to react or say anything about Cho'Gath being there. And his stream is lagging a little bit. I've got to stop fidgeting with this Rubik's Cube in my hand. That's a good dodge.
I'm getting out, I'm getting out.
Yeah, probably should be as soon as Zach starts pulling back, should be telling team that he's about to initiate on him.
I'm gonna look at his bot side to see what's up. He should have.
Yeah, I have an issue of liking to fidget with stuff, and when it comes through the sound of the mic, I'm sure you guys don't want to be hearing that, even though I don't even hear it myself, just because I'm so used to just fidgeting with things in my hand. So he is on bot side, which is what I want him to be on. They need to prioritize the bot side. Yeah, need to prioritize this bot side, and
yep, I'm coming.
yeah. Came back for the smite, and it looks like they're gonna get this together. Good job. Ooh, nice pull. And very good job. Yeah, still I need to stop myself from fidgeting with things like that. It's not the best habit to be doing while I'm trying to be productive and doing a stream where some people might get annoyed to that type of crap. Yeah, that was a really good gank on their part, though.
Yeah, Kyle, can you put pink here? Sure.
Yes, I do like his Rek'Sai. I'm not a big Rek'Sai fan, but he does do a pretty good job on him. I'm also hesitant about Rises, but he's proven himself pretty well on Rise, so that's why I keep letting him play it. So, how's Top doing? I wish he would tab, or he did just tab, but I didn't see. Okay, so Top's kind of even. Cho'Gath and Ornn are both just super tanky people. They're not really going to kill each other that easily, so it really is the focus on the bot side.
Yeah, I'm freezing Todd.
That was a decent trade there.
Zach, yeah.
No, look bottom.
It's fine. I can't get him.
Okay. You have 2 minutes on. They warded, but you have 2 minutes on Kaelin flash, and I have flash.
Okay, I'm coming down. They see me. Go.
That's fine.
Zach's here. So who are you focusing? What's the focus?
Kaelin?
No, I'm off. I can't hit. I can get going. No.
I have nothing up.
Alright, well, they were decisive. I told them to be decisive. Might not have been the best call on his part, but they were decisive. About focus call, even if might not been correct. So, what? Who should we have focused there?
I can't. Hold on.
I have ignite for this too.
I do have control with that.
So Rise's bot side is looking towards the Drake. Oh.
Yeah, I'm going. Can you work?
This is Rise. Rise has ult. Yeah, Rise has ult.
Nice.
Kaelin.
On Kaelin. Yeah.
Good focus.
Nice. Good job, guys.
Why do we give it to him?
What do you mean, no assist?
Dragon.
So, Blitzcrank isn't exactly who we want to get double kill to, but they are being better at the focusing here. I'm calling out focus.
Yeah, that's free anyway.
And fight.
I need to go back there. Can you guys,
Even if it's a
yeah,
TV,
we're good.
they
We're good.
put out like 2 dead.
So,
Since we have 2 smokes.
our jungler is the shot caller on the game. He's supposed to be main shot caller, and I usually don't listen to comms. This is probably one of the few practices I've actually listened to comms, which is why we're watching it like this. Normally I have their comms even lower volume than this, and I just watch their spectate game 3 minutes behind and look at what they're doing. But this is an exercise mainly for Daniel to be being decisive about his shot calling, but the rest of the team also has a job in shot calling too. Especially if it's like 2v2 in the bot lane, things like that. So it's a whole team effort, but especially for the jungler.
Yeah, I'm on the way.
Oh my god, I'm getting clapped.
they have no mid prow, but I'm out of mana too, so.
Okay, I see flashes up.
I'm gonna look at Scuttle.
I like her coming in.
You know, honestly, 840. Oh my god, I'm getting clapped. In top lane. Usually he says, fuck, shit, damn it. Gets pissed off when he dies like that. So I'd much rather him say, oh my god, I'm getting clapped in a calm tone. Than that actually, you know, is saying something. Maybe he needs help or something. It's better than getting absolutely pissed off at the game. So that is a improvement on his part.
He's still 5. Yeah. Where's top? Is he back?
He's in the bush, I doubt it.
Okay. I'm coming. Can you bait?
Do I know where Zach is?
Zach was just bot side, yep. Is he gone?
Yeah.
Alright, I want to start Shelly then.
Do you need me?
Yeah, he can get pretty hot head, but as long as he's working on it, that's all that matters. Haven't talked about that yet. So, I didn't quite catch if he said he was doing Rift Herald or not, or if he told people where to go, but he seems to be gonna get this pretty easily. And his stream is lagging again.
You have 2 levels on him.
But that's fine, and still
Yeah,
still
he's
can't
there.
exactly complain as my quality is crap and stuff. Okay, let's see if he's gonna be able to help. Okay.
I got him. Yeah.
Alright, good job. Enough conversation there. That's not good though.
If you can live, I'm on the way.
Might be able to.
Yep.
Cinder Flash.
That was a good effort on his part at least.
Zach ult too, right?
Zach ult,
Against that Cho'Gath in the top lane, since he's going more of an AP build, he's gonna be less tanky. I mean, the best Ornn can do is build magic resist against that. Although, if I just looked at his items right, it looks like he's going for the typical Sunfire Cape, which might not be the correct call for him to do. I'd have to have him tab again to see if I'm correct on that, but he really needs magic resist against
Dragon a minute.
AP. Oh, he changed his build. Okay, so he was starting to go for that Sunfire, I think, and then he's starting to go for the magic resist side, although he went the sustain first. But I think that's the best way to do it. And then, you know, you just have to be good at skill dodging or using your abilities, holding them like his E to the last second so he can dodge them.
5 seconds.
After my blue. Can you guys hold off? Can you play slow?
Oh, they see me.
Okay, you need to stop trying to focus.
Hey, I'm on her. I'm on her.
Why did I walk?
You need to stop trying to focus that blue buff wall.
Maybe reset my blue.
That's happening.
Are they gonna go for
12.
dragons?
I think we just
Stop focusing.
Oh, yeah.
Blue buff if someone else is getting attacked right next to you. You need to get off that sooner. We're still head 2 kills. I can't see the CS marks, but we do have Drake, so we are in a decent position. Although we are, we do have a decent amount of early game picks with Rek'Sai and Blitzcrank. We also do have a few scalers though, so we do have a good mix of early game and late game
Let's
through the team.
Back.
Zaya, oh my god, she has 7 kills, and they're focusing the bot lane wonderfully.
We're still here.
Well then you can't do anything.
Communication was kind of off there between those two though, as if he was going to try to gank. Blitzcrank was still going
And Zach's down here too.
At least top tower if I don't.
to the Drake, and he was going to bomb the gank, and they just used the rift. I want to know what the conversation was there, because it wasn't exactly clear between support jungler and AD carry in the bot lane. Fusing shot calls
Can't clear that pink.
at bot lane.
Okay.
If we team fight, we win 100%.
Wow, he's got 3,000 gold. He hasn't backed for a while.
For me? Should be fine.
I'm gonna put my pink in drag pit.
He should put his
There's
pink.
already one in here.
So he should try to get a little bit of a deeper ward with that control ward. Someone, jungler and support, needs to get the deepest of wards, while everyone else puts those closer, the closer to your base wards. And his stream is really getting on low quality at the moment. I don't know why his stream is crapping down so much. It doesn't look like it's me, because my frames are still looking good. His stream's just having an issue.
I'm too low. She has no flash.
I have the tower if you want to base. We're probably gonna shove bot.
I can go back.
2 seconds.
So they're trying to get the mid tower. Rise is backing up, but they're not exactly committing to what they're doing. I kind of want to ask them again what was the shot call in the mid lane with the shot calls.
He has ulta.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not playing. I am not doing anything here. I'm just watching. Good flash. I don't know if you needed the flash, but it worked. That was a good gank to help him with some pressure. Oh, Zach just came out of nowhere. He's gonna die. Yep.
Zach R.
Oh fuck, did I die?
And that would be C pop 1625.
I'm gonna cover top.
C pop, how the fuck did I die? Don't need to be saying that. Doesn't help anything on the team for communication wise.
I was just giving my bounty to Nami. I'm just bot. We can rift, mid, we can top. We can do anything.
Let's go top.
Camps.
Let's get top.
You know, it was kind of like a question type phrase, but he didn't say it in a question, so he gets he gets the plus there for saying it how he did. Blitzcrank. Oh, Blitzcrank's using his his TP from his thing. He really, yeah, he really has to. Yeah, he really has to work on not taking those kills.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and start Hammy.
Yeah, Hammy's taking too many kills. I think that's the third kill in this game. He got a double kill earlier. Yeah, he's 3-0 and 5.
Hey, you just
The eye outsmites you?
yeah, it does.
And I didn't. I might have been talking. I didn't hear. I didn't hear if they truly made the call for Rift Herald, or if they just kind of walked over to it. I didn't hear the actual call of that. I just know they were doing it.
They're rotating those into on. Switch the flashes on.
You see the Zach? He's in River.
They call doing Rift Herald or just start taking it.
Oh, run him down?
No.
So what's the... There's no...
I got her.
Oh my god, that's CC chain.
I don't hear any focusing rather than...
I need peels.
Rather than
She's chasing
Daniel going on the 80 carry, which was a fine call on his part, but I didn't hear anyone else saying anything in that fight. What's the focus in the fight? If you hear me talking to myself over here, I'm typing the notes in the Google Doc to go back on. Normally they'd be in the description due to the stream. My internet being crap today, as usual. I had to restart and I don't have the notes in there, but they come up in that Nightbot on the side if you want to see what I'm typing.
Dragon 30.
Okay, they did say Dragon 30, so I did catch that. So Dragon 30, so at least someone said something about they're not going to get there. They're not going to get it exactly right when it spawns up.
I don't have exhaust. I have to burn it.
But they'll still get there at a decent time.
I can if I burn exhaust.
Yeah, Rise gonna get feasted on. Ooh, nice flash.
Good flash. Nice
Good job.
Have they started?
They're on it.
Play it.
I'm not.
We're getting top
I don't like this. I don't really like this.
I can TP for vision. Oh,
I have teleport.
I have exhaust and everything.
Alright, so he's saying
Flash right here.
20, 30. He's saying, I don't like this. If he doesn't like it, then he needs to tell him to back off the objective instead of just hanging around. Instead, say back off objective. If he's our main shot caller in that situation and he doesn't want to do that, he needs to be telling them back off, not just saying I don't like this and letting other people decide that's not decisive.
K might be rotating. Watch it. Yeah, keep rotating, keep rotating.
Una.
Oh, good. Oh, damn.
Fuck, dude.
Good flash.
I might get ulted here.
And Rise Orner splitting on the sides, though, so we lost one person. But they're getting objectives done at the sides, at least.
Yeah, this is a really good Syndra done.
I think Kalen's still mid.
Syndra's bot.
Can you upgrade?
So Baron's up next. Blitzcrank has to be careful about how far he's going by himself, though. I don't hear any.
When's the next time you can upgrade?
I don't hear any objectives being called by a team here, though. What's the team's objective?
I'm gonna steal this.
Oh no, you know what it is? It's level 14 for other people.
There's 2 bot. Can we?
I can take
No, I don't know. No, we can't.
So yeah, he stopped himself. He was like, "Can we?"
No.
And then he drifted off, catching himself, and he's like, "No,
Can we
we
collapse on
can't."
Zach? He's alone.
On that Baron call, so he stopped himself on that at least. All right, so what's the focus here, guys?
We all watch out. Are you wanting that? Bottom?
I have to teleport.
8
We-
seconds.
Yeah, let's just look for more. If we give a pick, then I feel like we can do Baron. Their whole team's rotating.
He should have just walked up to Blitzcrank Stev, just tried to Q from distance, but it still worked out.
Yeah, winnable.
Yeah, we
So
win
what's the
this, we win.
focus? Okay,
Yeah, I'm on
say
Look for Syndra. if you
we
can.
win this.
Shogat?
Yeah, I got him.
We win this, but what
No, it's not.
What
Can we just? Can we do?
person are you focusing?
Say it. Do Baron.
Yeah, and he's like,
Let's go.
yeah, and someone else corrected him, so he's like, can we do Baron? And then Hammy was saying, you know,
I have TP. I'm
you know,
there.
say, you know, do Baron. So, yep, they decided to finally say something, even though the beginning was indecisive. He did say, look for Syndra. We're gonna go back to the replay. We'll see. That's why Hammy's live stream is really nice with his comms, because we can go back and literally hear what they say, which is really nice instead of you know, possible people not.
We're getting TP.
I'm very low.
Do something.
I need to
Yeah.
Carry off.
Yeah, they need a call off. Yeah, they need to. As soon as you saw those teleports.
For health. Okay.
Oh, we barely got. Yeah, that's. We need to watch that. Fight again. Watch Baron fight. As soon as they see those teleports coming in, they need to back off. And then they said, what's the team's objective? Can't. So, I want to go over what. Look at the objective list.
Yeah, they're not going for drag.
And see if they could have needed to do anything else. But I think what happened was when they made that Baron call that they didn't rush as fast as they needed to get there. And then when they started teleporting in, they needed to back off faster than what they truly did.
Yeah, they're going to be going for it. We need to go.
I think they let Zach solo it.
The whole team is there.
Stay alive.
Yeah, I was about to say they should know the whole team is there, so he was going in kind of early, but it looks like, yeah, he's going to get that down. Alright, so what's the call here, guys?
I can get on top.
So there's no, yeah. They're just dicking around, so 26-30, what's the team's call here? Because I feel like they could just do Ocean at this point.
So you can just do dragon.
I feel like they had, was it 2-2? So was it 3-3? Never mind. I thought we had a
Nice job,
kill
nice job.
advantage
Okay, and
here.
then immediately go dragon. Immediately go dragon.
Good. And say
I'm on the way,
immediately
I'm
go
on the way.
dragon.
Here you go.
Good.
Where am I going? Wanna drag it out?
Immediately
We're fine, we have
go
two smites.
to
We have
dragon.
none.
Good. So yeah, that's a good. Decisive. Glad to hear it. Good job.
Kyle blue. Unleashing.
I have Abyssal Mask I need upgraded at some point.
It's gonna be a minute before I get to you, dude.
Who's next on the list?
You.
Matt? Okay. Can you do it now?
No.
Okay.
I'm like a cut hair away from 15.
Right.
I got.
So there's no objectives up at the moment. They should be looking at pushing out their lanes or getting vision, one of the two. After this game, I think we are gonna do VOD reviews of these two games we did today and look at their comms instead. Just because it's fresh on their minds, and I've got a decent amount to talk about between those two games. Man, his stream is really going into bad quality at the moment. Good God.
Yep.
And still not mine, so it's his internet. Geesh.
I'm life stealing.
I'm just trying to zone.
I need to get kill off this.
Back.
So they started the initiation on him.
4 seconds.
Okay, and they backed
Shogun
off.
missing. There he is.
Wow, this is just getting worse and worse quality.
No.
I would love to heal. Can I heal?
I have my full GA. I'm gonna back.
I guess we just have to deal with what we can, considering my internet's crap too. Again, I understand crappy internet. Objectives. I wish I could have seen that tableau more. Okay, so Baron's up in a minute 22. Ocean's up in 2:30, and it looks like we have 3 Drakes so far. So the next one is going to be Drake Soul for us.
Playing really aggressively with her. The second her E is down, just everybody.
I wish somewhere in here we would hear them talk about what their goals should be in team fights and all. And right now, it really should be keeping that Zaya alive. He's really fed. 30.
Maybe one top.
Wish I'd hear convo about.
I think we just played slow. Shut lanes.
Convo about
Can we go to sideline?
I can maybe get none. Here she comes forward.
team fight and priorities. Yeah, now the stream for him is coming back together.
Switch lanes.
Is this TP up on top?
Mine is.
So Orna's top, Ryze's bot lane, so they're gonna have to be careful about their 1-3-1
You used it on the last.
assignment.
I only have a blue.
Good pull.
Wow,
Baron.
they.
No. I'm scared of that Syndra. I don't think we can do Baron if Syndra's still alive.
Fine.
She's just gonna.
No. The answer is no again.
No.
Yo, it's on Daniel. It's on Daniel.
We can look at Dragon instead.
Okay, so they're having a team convo about what they can do here.
Well,
What
I meant
is
to look for the fight, but
Because they really shouldn't be backing at this point. There's got to be something better they can do.
they're looking for me. Go. I'm out. I'm fine.
Because backing there, I don't think is the correct call. Unless that Drake just wasn't coming up in time. There's got to be something they could have gotten off that.
They both have TP.
I feel like they could have at least gotten some deep vision together.
Yeah, rush it.
I'm gonna put my
waste of control wards,
I'm
but
starting.
eh.
Double smite.
It's not like we had a
Zach.
nice.
Shit. Nice.
Honestly, at that point, they should have just turned on the Caitlyn instead of risking it.
Can we just do a really fast parry? Can we just sneak it in?
If Blitz
do we have the
gets
yes.
a pull
Let's-
on
We need Xylan.
squishy target, switch from
Hold on.
Drake
They see.
to
That's push.
enemy. They should have switched
Okay.
right away.
Yes, R.
I got you. Watch out, Zach.
Reading. Nice.
Alright, so what's the call? What's the
I
call?
don't think they can really do anything.
What's the call? They should be starting this immediately.
We're not scared. Let's do it.
Baron should have been started immediately instead of waiting 5 seconds.
Turn.
Zach. Oh, I missed.
Watch out, Syndra.
Oh, that was a good.
Nice.
That was a good
Good cover.
Zonios on Zaya's part.
Okay,
And what's
actually,
called?
Since we're doing, okay, yeah. All 4 of us move one top.
So I hear 350 Hammies making the call.
Good job.
Not Daniel. He didn't say anything. And we can look at objective list. That's yet another time we can look at that list and see what would be a good call for them to do here.
Oh, let's
On
go.
the side. On the
Are you
side.
okay? Are you okay, Hammy?
I'm trying to peel. You're good. TP coming.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm watching the traps.
That's fine. Just heal up from motion.
Nice.
So what's
Good job.
the...
There's blobs.
Nice.
Okay, go another hook.
We still have R.
Sandra's up. Voice line.
I got Caleb.
Okay, so
Oh,
even
good hook.
even
Really great
if
hooks hit Hammy.
It doesn't have ults.
even if
Ton more
Just
seconds.
get
they still are going to be doing the
Tower.
same objective,
You
they
wanna
should
top
be
or
still
what?
calling,
Yeah, let's get
continue
Yeah.
on inhib together.
That was actually kind
No call after pick to continue moving forward.
Feels I.
Shoga.
Ooh.
No.
He ulted me.
Syndra. 4 seconds. 3 seconds.
I'm looking.
Someone on the towers.
It's fine. Okay, end the game.
Nice.
Yeah, they shouldn't be chasing. But they're going to get this anyways.
Heads up.
Good job, guys.
Alright, so how'd you guys
Making
feel
progress.
about that game
Okay,
compared to
so
the first?
how do we kill jungler, but then we don't go Baron? Is my question.
Okay, because
Who was scared of Syndra?
they were all okay. Well, they were all mid, like all of.
Well, they weren't all mid because we killed their jungler.
But we see 2 mid, but they were backing off. Should have.
No, there was-
Yeah.
There was 4 mid. Cho'Gath was bot. He had TP. And Syndra was 7-0 at the time with Banshees. She could just sit in the back and just hit those stuns and have with the Cho'Gath with the TP. I just didn't want. I just felt like we were just gonna get picked off. So I that's why I didn't want it.
Chris, did you unfriend me?
Yeah, he unfriended me too, actually.
Yeah, friended everybody.
The fuck?
He got super salty, apparently.
Wow.
Alright, Hammy, if you can stop your stream so I can start processing.
Alright, I'm just throwing this out there. I did second most damage on the team.
Barely.
Okay, but
Barely.
that doesn't matter though.
Fair.
I did 200 more damage than you.
Not even.
Jesus.
Not
What is
even.
this Chris damage though? Holy shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Chris, you got it.
Chris is
Chris on
popping out.
steroids, boy.
Nah, you guys should have seen Hammy in laning phase. It was actually super nuts.
Dude, those are some clean hooks at the end. Holy
Yeah, that was
No,
really good.
No, my favorite was like first blood or something, and like Hammy hit like a point blank hook on the Caitlyn, and she was like, "What is that hit, Rocks?" And Hammy was like so sarcastic in all chat.
Okay, so it looks like this is gonna be immediate. So, you can stream at 1080 resolution. I am super jealous of you, buddy.
Pog.
Yeah.
I got a good computer.
I can't even stream 720 with 2 separate internets without issues at times. It still infuriates me on another level. Anyways, if you guys will join my stream, we'll go over the comms for both the games. We're gonna go over Hammy's stream. Does any of you?
So we're gonna have to mute you in game or in Discord though.
No. We can all be quiet. Yeah.
Yeah.
We can all be quiet together. And
that's ridiculous. Get out of here.
Nah, no, right.
I thought we were supposed to mute the YouTube. I thought.
But
Yeah.
to hear the
Yeah,
comms
you can-
out, though, you-
Yeah, you have to.
Oh.
Hammy HD, nice.
Alright, I'm muting myself, boys.
So, let me pull up the notes and get this.
I'm also streaming.
Oh boy. Okay.
Okay, so let me pull up the.
Oh, you're listening to comms too, right?
Were you listening to me to the side? Because that's gonna make a big difference in this. Yeah, if you're listening to me to the side, this is gonna be much worse than I wanted to be. I wanted to literally not hear my voice in the middle of, I don't know, hearing your guys' voice.
Okay, I'm just gonna mute you on Discord and listen to one video.
Okay.
And then I'll respond.
Anyways.
This is too trippy, boys. My brain's hurting.
You'll survive. So I'm trying to think where we want to start. So again, I already told you guys on the pregame, you guys need to be sticking to the game. You need to be sticking to the game, playing and not conversating with each other. 5 minutes in the game or before, I didn't hear any of you guys talking about Baron coming up. And remember, you need to be thinking about those timers that are coming up, at least reminding people that's coming up, and seeing if you can get in a position to get those objectives or not. I didn't hear anything about it. We've already talked about the 7 minutes and 30 seconds in the game about the fairy charms. Don't need to be going over that again. 9:15 in the game. Our nice, lovely Kyle in the mid lane. I just feel like there's a better phrase than mid is raping me, as opposed to getting back to talking about, I don't know, losing in the mid lane. Maybe something more constructive like I need help, or I'm getting bullied out of the mid lane, or he's beating me, and something rather than just saying I'm getting raped. Yeah, it's okay. No one's perfect. Yeah. So we're mainly not going to be listening to your guys' comms on here until we get to the main team fights. I'm just going down my list at the moment. I guess we can start at 11 minutes in the game. I have to look at his timer, because I put down that there was no comms in this team fight of what your guys' focus would be. I don't know if it's gonna show or not. I'm trying to see what fight breaks out here. Here, okay. The focus, that's gonna...
Hey, we're on it. We got zombie split.
Ash flash?
Oh, nice.
So I don't know if you guys were close enough to get anything done here exactly. It was kind of hard to focus someone, I guess, there when they were so split away, but you could at least be saying things like whether I'm possibly backing off from that fight if you don't think you're going to be able to continue chase, because none of you guys really had anything to long-distance CC to stop them, so instead of wasting time chasing them, telling people just to pull off to go to some other objective. That one's not exactly the best example of the no focus, just because I don't think it was easy to have a focus in that one. Yeah, we already talked about 12 and a half minutes, and you guys were saying let's go instead of or no, someone said can we go, and then I think someone else said let's go. We've already talked about that though. 13 minutes in the game. Whenever that is, it's hard to look at Hammy's little timer in the corner. Up right there. Let's try 2:16. So this one says I put talk faster about the targets within the fight. No one said about, and then no one said anything about getting hit by the ash arrow here, and you just kind of left him to get hit. Let's see when this starts up.
Yeah. Can you turn up the stream volume?
Yeah, I can do that. My bad.
We're going. Yeah, we're going.
Yep. Ash, Diana, no flash.
I'm on the wrong side. Get the flash.
I can teleport.
Yeah, just take this double.
Oh, I got hit by that arrow.
Yes.
I got Diana. Diana.
Okay, so
Nice. Zach?
Get up there.
Oh.
Orin. Never mind. Switch Ash. I'm on her.
Zach's back up.
She's rooted.
I have heal.
Yep, I'm on it.
Zach's coming back in.
Let's switch targets. Orin then. Switch target. Orin's.
Zach's coming in.
Oh.
So,
Oh, I got the shield on you, but that wasn't enough. Okay, swap dragon.
honestly, that was pretty good communication on Hammy's part for who you guys should be focusing. But earlier in that fight, when at the very beginning of the fight, no one was calling out, and then Hammy did finally start stepping up on that. And then probably someone should call out about at least getting hit by that Ash ult, just to emphasize that's a pretty strong ult to get hit by on a squishy target like that's Lux, yeah, and then he starts getting dived on. So preparing other people, because if a squishy target gets hit by an Ash ult, you know people are going to be going on that target. So telling people you got hit by that, so they're like prepping in order to try to save your ass, is probably going to be a good idea. Overall, good job, Hammy, on the target within that game, though, within this fight, at least. Let's see. I want to look at 1345. I think this is the next part. Hold on a sec.
Okay, swap dragon.
Oh, okay. Here. So I wanted to talk about when... I don't know if it's gonna... It's not gonna gray out, so I could see something when you pause it. It seems to gray out. But I wanted to talk to you guys coming here if you think the Drake was the correct caller, if anything else should have been called here. Whether that would be pushing out other lanes, pushing out mid lane. Looks like all the towers are down. And you guys think Drake was still the right call there? Anyone? It's not a trick question.
We were just, it was pretty much only Daniel and I up, right? So that,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a few of these on the list to look back on, but yeah, the Drake is. What were you saying, Matt?
I was trying to deal with this like speech jammer of the repeats we got going on.
Yeah, it's probably not the funnest to...
Give me 1 minute to like mentally catch up. We knew where Zach was because I was zoning him on chickens, and then Diana like came up, so I don't know why we wouldn't have done dragon there.
Yeah, no, it was the correct call. I just want to go through a few of these lists. I want to go back to a few of your guys' objectives that you did call, and then look at the map state and see if there's anything else that could have been done better. That was one that was the right call.
Can we turn up the stream sound just a bit?
Well, I muted it here because I didn't want to hear. I didn't want to talk. Well, I don't need to listen to these comms at the moment, and I don't want you guys to hear yourselves plus me, and then plus your real selves all at the same time. That sounds pretty confusing. See, I muted this stream while that was playing. 1650. Let's see. 16. We have to catch up a little bit.
Oh, am I?
See Zach? Okay, gotcha.
There's Zach's talk?
Yeah, Matt.
Yeah, I'm here, dude.
Oh, I got him.
It might be the fight up on top, and not you guys in the bot lane. We might not be able to see it from this angle.
They're both doom.
Okay. So, no, that was a fight in the top lane. Your guys, Hammy's stream isn't going to say anything on that. But basically, your conversation, I think you guys were chasing for kill Maokai, Set, and someone else. Yeah, they're chasing the kill, starting to go into the enemy jungle. And I'm assuming Daniel said we're fine somewhere in there. It's. I want to hear if. I won't see if I can catch.
I said what? I'm not sure.
I think.
You're talking
hold on. Okay, yeah, that's fine. Okay, so you say yeah, that's fine. And the context within that was you guys were chasing, the enemy. The enemy's into their own jungle instead of just because something like yeah, it's fine isn't exactly directive. It can be kind of vague. Instead, saying something like okay, we can back off here, or something around the lines of that. Shorten that up to so the team isn't just chasing them endlessly and wasting seconds.
Okay.
So being a little bit more direct about them backing off instead of just saying we're fine in that situation. 18 minutes in the game, you guys wasted that Rift Herald in the top lane. You guys figured that out on your own, though, when you used the Rift Herald, and it had like 200 health left. and you killed the Rift Herald on the first hit, but you guys ended up figuring that out on your own. 1850 in the game. You guys need to be paying attention to those Drake timers still sooner in the game. You guys aren't calling them out as soon as you need to be. They need to be called out by someone at least like a minute and a half ahead of time, whereas at that point, I'm pretty sure the Drake was just about to come up by the time you guys said something, so just make sure you point out those timers easier. That was a good Xayah ult on your part. You gonna actually escape that? Nice. Scrolling down my list. 2150 is the next fight whenever I can find it. So we'll listen to this team fight that's about to happen.
They got bot lane rotating up here. Got TP, Diana.
I think just now. I have R.
I'm on my way. I'm almost there.
Diana, no R. I had a flash out there. Go down.
Orin.
Fuck. What's this pathing?
I bundled you up. I'm on you, Orin.
Ash.
Yep.
I missed. Nice. What's that on the side?
Can we do Baron?
Alright, so you guys were pretty decent, at least with the conversation within that fight, right? Like, targeting on your, who you guys were targeting and stuff, you would agree, right? You guys did decent. Alright, the part I wrote down here was the follow-up as to the shot calls
How long
here.
until it gets up?
15.
Okay, let's just start.
Can we start it?
Your base?
So, I would say you guys were, if you guys were a little bit more decisive here, you could have started that Baron a little bit faster than you did. And when you're doing a big objective like this, any of those seconds that you're wasting is, time that the enemy can get there and steal from you guys. And also, Hammy was the one that was primarily doing the shot calling there, where Daniel, you weren't taking charge of that specific instance. Hammy was the one that was controlling the objective. So I just wanted to point that out. And then also, if you guys were more decisive there, you could have started that objective at least a few more seconds. Because yeah, yeah, you guys waste almost about 10 seconds worth of time that you could have DPS this objective. Because any LCS team would have just immediately started that objective as soon as they got those kills, and they would have gotten this a lot quicker than you guys did. So decisiveness, that like right there can literally show you about 10 seconds worth of time that you could have saved on this, especially on the big objectives. That's a long time that the other team can get to you. Let's see. Okay, 23 10. Okay, it's this. So you guys just listen to your comms for about the next minute, and you guys took Baron here, which is a big objective, and tell me what you think about the next minute of comms.
I don't think we should fight Baron. Yeah.
I'm out of mana.
Hey Kyle, I'll leash this blue for you.
I'm getting it back anyways. Thanks. Sure.
Point received.
So what comes to your mind in all of that?
It's silent. It's actually silent.
Yeah, it's super silent. There's no one taking control of what you guys are doing. You got the basically the biggest objective in the game, instead of like Elder. You got the biggest objective in the game. You got the biggest power spike that you're probably ever going to get in this game. You guys are doing shit with it. There's no comms like, oh, hey, you have teleport, go to the top lane. The rest of us will go bot lane, or we're going to get the mid tower. There's literally nothing going on here. You guys just continue to just stick around. You're wasting valuable seconds of the biggest objective in the game that you could be putting more and more pressure on instead of farming jungle at the moment. And then you guys eventually get together in about 5-10 seconds for this mid lane, and then Maokai eventually starts pulling off the bob. You guys wasted a lot of time. Whereas way back, as soon as you kill this thing, you guys should be talking about, all right, let's back here, and then, hey, let's all four of us go in the mid lane, Maokai, you go to the bot lane. And you guys would have been a lot more focused doing it like that. So, yeah, I don't think I need to say any more. Yeah. More decisive, guys. Big point of today's lesson. Let's see. 24:30. It looks like I say another thing about what more communication could have happened here. Let's see what I mean by it. Oh, I'm a minute behind where I want to be. Alright, so is there anything that stuck out in that? It didn't turn out to be a full-scale fight. Is there anything else that turned out in that, though, that you could think of that you could have said more in that situation?
We could have said cooldowns on the opponent's abilities and told Maokai to keep split pushing.
Well, maybe give him directive. It's not a bad idea to be orchestrating where he is, but as soon as you guys, let's see, where does this truly start? So right here, you should be trying to say some type of focus, whether you need to be peeling for Xayah, whether someone needs to be trying to dive, one of the carries here are focusing, or telling you guys to even back off here, telling your team to back off here isn't the worst idea either. give space in that fight, just because Zaya almost got caught out here. Just a little bit more than what was said. I feel like there could have been just a little bit more communication. So got to kill enemy jungle before. Oh, that. This isn't a calm thing. It kind of is a calm thing whenever this decides to load for us. Okay, 26. I went too forward. Too forward again. Okay, this.
Zach, come. Diana's there.
So, what should you guys have done with that in that fight around the Drake?
So what happened there was we made the right call to kill Zach, but our main damage was on the other side and of the dragon, and in order to deal damage to Zach, had to deal damage to the dragon. So it brought the dragon down that extra like 300, 400 HP that brought it into smite range, which was unfortunate.
So
and then I missed the smite as well.
So you're saying your call was to get the Drake, but due to your character's abilities and stuff,
so,
it still was doing damage to the Drake.
No. So at first you hear I said, "Can you zone Hammy?" Because he has the root. I was like, okay, he can try and keep the Zach away. But once he eat in, we made the right call, or Chris made the right call of saying, okay, now we need to instantly kill him, change targets from the dragon to Zach. But most of our damage is on the other side, and because of the way that his champion works, he'd have to damage the dragon to get to him.
Gotcha.
And it brought him into smite range, and then I missed the smite. That's what.
Let me hear this one more time.
Can you zone Hammy? Zach, come.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I can hear it now. So I'm glad you guys were at least saying something about Zach, even though you weren't able to kill him fast enough. But all right, I didn't hear that in the live stream. So you guys did what you're supposed to there. So good job on pointing that out, at least. 26-30. So let me back. So let's see what happened here. Oh, okay. Okay, so again, it's basically, you guys not having a focus as to what your team is doing. And Kyle was the one that was like, what are we doing here? What's the focus? Where something should be called out a little faster. There should be some type of communication as to what you guys should be focusing on, whether that's pushing out lanes, looking to see what objectives are coming out, trying to focus, hey, like the top and bottom tower are pretty low, bot tower is pushing, we should focus on the bot side of the jungle, try to get wards there, and then push those lanes. Anything. You just have to come up with some plan, because I was listening about 15 seconds beforehand, continue, and there wasn't really a clear team goal at that moment. So thinking when it's downtime like that, you guys still need to be communicating and talking to each other about what you can do, because there's always something to do in this game. There's not really downtime at all. If there's downtime, you're not doing something correctly. Make sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Good. So 28-50. This was another one I said needs shot call. No one made decisive shot call here, so I guess let's listen to the comms again after this fight happens.
That's all the shield I got. Diana?
I'm really low.
Yeah.
Orange?
Okay.
Shielding?
Smurfing?
Nice. Adult in 15.
There's Baron up, or we can do it.
Can we do it tower and
Just take this tower.
We don't have wave. Do you want to rotate?
yeah.
Yeah, I'm up in 15.
Baron? Or... Baron or mid? Baron or mid?
A lot of questions.
Yeah. A lot of questions there. There's no, again, as I said, there's no.
I do this thing a lot where when I know a play is obvious, I sarcastically ask questions. That's my bad. I need to stop doing that. Like when I say like, we could do this maybe. Like that's super. I don't know why I do that. That's kind of cringe. My bad.
Being more straightforward with what you guys are doing, just to have some plan. Again, today's practice was okay for you to make the wrong decision. Daniel, it was just getting to the point of you making a decision, because the wrong decision but decisive might actually prove better than the right decision but not being decisive because you took too much time to make the right decision,
Right, yeah.
and it actually turns into the wrong decision because it took too much time. So, again, just a lot of, what the hell is going on here? No actual direction there. I'm looking at the list if there's anything else I want to go over. And then 35 minutes in the game. You guys did eventually make the decision to end the game, but you kind of dicked around with the beginning of it first. When ending the game, you're literally as close as you're ever going to be to the enemy's base. And as soon as they spawn, they can stop you from winning. So any time is valuable here. I'm trying to catch up to where this fight breaks at. Let's listen.
Nice.
Okay, Ash.
Look at Chris.
Zach's still up.
Oh shoot.
I'm going with Chris.
Yeah, let's just go. Mid. We can end off mid. 40 seconds.
I don't get to build my death stance.
Okay, so two of you do make the decision immediately to start moving. Maokai probably could have teleported a little bit earlier on that, but he wasn't too far behind. And then you guys chase Zach, which I'm pretty sure in that moment, that list of being, in the game or kill someone in the game is going to be a lot faster. So rather than wasting time chasing that Zach who's barely going to do damage, even if he does recall his 7-8 seconds later, I think it would have had a little bit of a better chance for you guys to finish a little bit faster if you would have just turned away from him, the Lux and the other person that doesn't have the teleport in order to get here. But you guys do.
Oh. Yeah, no, I was just trying to stop the recall. I stopped it twice because I don't want Zach to disrupt. Please, I wasn't going to make it at that point, so I was like, screw it. I might as well just hold the Zach off.
I guess that's not the absolute worst thing. Maybe at least communicating that maybe wouldn't be the worst. I don't know if you actually did communicate you were trying to stop his back or not. Did you?
Yeah, he said he did.
We read his mind.
Okay. Again, I'm not the best at listening. Again, another man problem. Let's go to the second game. I didn't listen to your guys' pre-game. So as I was getting a cup of coffee, so what was your guys' conversation the second game's pre-game? I'm not going to listen to it. I just want a general overview of what you guys were talking about.
I don't remember. To be honest.
Chris and I talked about how we wanted bots and how we were the win condition.
And from the one thing I got from the chat is you guys were talking about this invade that you were going to do. I'm assuming you guys were conversating about
Right, he started
doing.
Yeah.
But he's going to start red this side.
Yeah.
Hammy.
Okay.
5-man, follow Hammy. We're talking about pathing. You can see on the mini-map, he was pinging it out.
Yeah, I see that. Yep, and that'll work.
Great, gotta watch me.
Is that 3? Maybe. There's no judgment on this channel. Should be telling team. Oh, 3:15, so not too far forward. Quick conversation. Oh, I'm not gonna be. We're on Hammy's perspective, so we're probably not gonna see it. Basically, if you look at the mini map, if you can even see it, it's about to happen. If you.
Not yellow flash. Yeah.
Or was it Rek'Sai? I'm looking at the mini-map. I'm trying to get myself together on... Oh, okay, right there. Okay. So, Zach, you Daniel, were going in the river. Or you're going into the enemy side, and then you caught Zach, and he started pulling his band, in order to initiate on you. And you should be calling out to at least Rise that you're possibly about to get in a skirmish with him.
Yeah. Okay. So I remember this. I remember what happened. I did. I called that I was going into his jungle. I called that I was looking for him. I saw his tremor sense. I saw it like right on top of me, and he saw me before I saw him because of the tremor, and he started walking away towards Syndra. Kyle said, "Hey, Syndra's rotating," so he was fully aware.
Okay.
He knew.
Just wanted to make sure. That you guys were on the same page. That there is possibly a 2v2 fight.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So that's why you'll see. You can't see it on the minimap, but I made it. I sidestepped his E and then just.
Oh yeah. I saw the sidestep, and that was a good sidestep.
All right, good. Just make sure you saw it.
Yeah, I did. I was watching your stream, so yeah, I saw it.
Okay, yeah.
6:15. So a few minutes from now, I'm still having to try to look at this tiny little clock here. Okay.
You have 2 minutes? That's fine. Yep.
Okay. Oh, this was the focus.
No, I'm off. I can't hit.
Okay. So I put. So I think if you guys could have done this fight better, and I'm talking mechanically more than communication. Communication's still important with targeting, but who would have been? I'm assuming that you wouldn't have gone on Caitlyn again here. Would you? Do you think there was a better?
You said you wouldn't have, or you would have?
I don't think so, especially with the Minium Wave and how far he's. But let's watch this again and see how this pans out again.
That's fine.
Can I slow this down? Yeah, I can.
Is Zach's here? Zach's here? Caitlyn? No, I'm off. I can't hit.
So, was the correct target the tank here?
Well, with possibly so what sticks out to me is I'll pause when I get to the point that I'm looking at.
Is Zach's here? Zach's here?
Okay, gosh darn, I didn't pause right when I wanted to. Let's go back a few seconds.
That's fine. Yep. Is Zach's here? Zach's here?
I think after my flash, I maybe could have walked down a little bit and helped Daniel with the Caitlyn.
Well,
yeah, I remember I was calling the Caitlyn here, but I was too far forward.
Yeah, that's why
At this point, it was honestly just I was just caught out.
Yeah,
right here.
It was. So probably playing it back a little bit, and you also have to remember this is a 3v3 fight, but you're also facing at least one person worth of minions that you're fighting, and there's 3 casters here, 3 melees, 3 more casters here, and then you have 1 ally that was possibly helping you in that fight when it comes to minions. So you guys are gonna take.
I'm not. I don't remember if I had tunnel or not, because if I didn't have tunnel, then there was no way I was getting out. So at that point,
you might as well.
I was
just
like,
keep
okay,
going.
I'm gonna try and do as much damage as I can, try and get the C. So I mean, if I did have tunnel, then yeah, I agree. I should have just tried to get out. But I don't.
We also weren't. I don't think we were expecting Zach to be there, right?
Yeah.
No.
We didn't. He did a good job of
being there at the right time. So just thinking when something unexpected comes back, a good thing that I have a hard time doing is kind of coming up with what your answer is going to be in case a situation happens. Like as Rek'Sai is going down, they're like, okay, there's this situation where this is a 3v2 gank at the moment, but we're fighting in a minion wave of the enemies. And if Zach is here, then we're going to probably lose this. And pre-thinking of those scenarios is going to make your decision-making a lot faster because you've already thought of that happening. So all of a sudden, you know, if you thought ahead of time that a 3v3 could possibly happen if he comes out of nowhere, and your decision when you thought of that was to back off, if that does spontaneously happen when you weren't expecting it, then you'll be a lot faster at your decision of, all right, let's back off. If you're pre-thinking of what can possibly happen to you. You get what I mean? You're seeing what I'm saying like that. It's like kind of predicting different outcomes that the enemy can do to you. Because there's a possibility that the enemy jungler isn't going to be there, but thinking ahead of time and making a decision about if he comes out spontaneously like that is going to give you a faster reaction time. Do you get what I'm saying there?
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's a good tool for anyone, honestly, trying to predict, you know, random outcomes like that too that can happen. And that, you know, a jungler joining a gank is a pretty often, you know, random quote occurrence that can happen like that. So trying to plan ahead of time what you're going to do if they just decide to show up like that can help you be faster at decisions. I was going to say the next part, Matt, you ended up dying at like 8:40 in the game instead of like blowing up and getting pissed off like you do 80% of the time. When you're getting behind, all you said was, "Oh my God, I'm getting clapped" in a normal voice. So I appreciate the better tone on your part there and not getting pissed off in that situation. Let's see. Oh, 12:30. This is yet another.
This is the first non-shitter top lane of
they've actually played against. I don't know if we're gonna be able to actually see the. I don't know if we're gonna be able to actually see jungle here since we're in Hammy's perspective. Probably not. But this fight breaks out. Rise gets caught out in the river right around here. And Rek'Sai is still fighting the blue buff instead of actually saving his ally.
This hurt. This hurt me.
Yeah, you gotta turn as soon. You can't be greedy like that. You super greeded for that. And then you lost control of it. Like, you didn't get anything out of that. So, when your allies get in a fight like that, you gotta be, like, everyone's instincts gotta be to not greed and to start trying to go and help their ally. Even if possibly there's a situation where they didn't need your help. And if that happens, then you can just go back to that objective. But you have to think, you know, if you're wrong, like in that situation, he dies, you just gave 300 gold to the enemy team. When you could have...
I don't think I could have done much there. Like, faster rotate, but I was dead. I was on
well,
board.
yeah, at least there could have been a faster rotate.
Yeah.
There could have something possibly. Maybe Rek'Sai had a tunnel that he could have gone and at least stopped it. Or maybe since he stopped the immediate damage that Syndra would have done, maybe you could have gotten a little bit more damage on the Syndra before you died and traded into a 1-1. Yeah, something could have happened with the rotate. You know, you never know, but... yeah, when a fight breaks out, and I'm bad at this too, you have to not greedy, you have to join your fight with your teammates, because that's the biggest, you know, at that point, that's the biggest objective, is to help your team not lose the team fight, because that can really screw your team over if you're being greedy like that and wasting seconds. Get there. Someone... Oh, we skipped the part I wanted to see. I have no idea what your guys' shot calling was here.
Bot lane back.
Yeah, let's do it. I'll be back. Actually, I'm gonna pop bot tower.
Well, then you can't do anything.
Just drop it. If you have Rift, it cracks it.
Yeah. I don't know about you, but that seemed pretty indecisive on that part. You both were just going back and forth, not on the same page whether you're going to go together in the bot lane to use this Rift Herald and go, which both of you should have gone to the bot lane and done that, or if you guys were just not going to mess with the bot lane and clear the ward normally. Just being on the same page of what you guys want to do instead of dancing around, kind of like what you did.
I mean, it was literally completely unneeded. If he just drops Rift Herald at 2 plates, it cracks. That's all I was saying.
Yeah. So
I just said drop Rift, or he said drop Rift.
In my mind, yeah, I had the same thought. I thought, okay, we just drop it, get the tower, and then just start drag. But then the jungle, and then they started rotating bot, so I just hovered just in case something goes down, and then we needed to back. Because I was sitting on like a 3k gold.
Gotcha. Okay. So it just didn't work out as you were thinking it was because the enemies being in a position you weren't expecting.
So yeah, we were on the same page, but it wasn't. It wasn't like that.
Okay. There's C-pop. Someone said, how the fuck did I die at 16:25? It doesn't need to be said. I'm not sure who said that. I'm not going to go back just to say one person. Hammy, still need to work on not kill stealing. You're still getting better at that, but you do still tend to take more kills than you need to. You got a double kill in the bot lane early when you could have backed off a little bit, and then top lane. I heard you were saying you were wanting to get that assist when you teleport in, but you still took the kill, which is better for the carry, especially since you're a blitzcrank. You're never going to carry with items on a blitzcrank. So just trying to be a little bit more reserved when there's no escape for the enemy champions is one of the best things you could do as a support.
I wasn't trying to. Like 100 damage opportunity to R, E, Q, all of those things. I didn't do it, so that wasn't intentional.
I would like to point out, Hammy also took at least 120 minions worth of gold in the last 2 games. I'm just saying.
Oh.
I could have got like...
Doesn't he have the item that he... Oh wait, you just say 120 gold? I think you'll be fine with just 120 gold, but... anyways, we're gonna move on. We're a little after where we're supposed to be in today's thing, so we're gonna speed this up a little bit. Let's focus on the fight. Oh, 1840. I put down what's the focus in the fight, because I don't think you guys exactly had a clear focus when this breaks out in a second. So let's hear.
Oh, we can get mid inhib.
They're rotating those into arc. Social flashes up.
See the Zac? He's in river.
Can we walk him?
Oh, run him down.
I got Caitlyn.
Flash.
I got Caitlyn. I got it.
Oh my god, that's CC chain.
I'm TPing up.
I need peel.
So we see Ornn going to the left. You could see him on the mini map going to the left side. Someone starts chasing whoever.
I start chasing Caitlyn, and then I get low, and then I'm calling what's going on. I remember this fight.
Yes.
I called.
Ornn's over there.
So yeah, I was on top of the Caitlyn, and then Syndra started coming after me because I had like a quarter HP, and I was calling that she was behind me and she was chasing me.
Yeah. So
For this fight.
Ornn's side. I think it's overall fine for Rek'Sai to chase the carry. It's fine for the carry to do that. Blitzcrank probably, instead of running over the side, should probably peel for his AD carry, if I would say so myself. At least attempt to.
This was my bad.
That's literally impossible for me to peel right.
Wait, can I see how I get cut out?
Sure.
Because I still had, like, my ult, I think.
Let's watch this again.
Can we walk him?
Oh, run him down.
I got Caitlyn.
It's probably Syndra, maybe?
I got Caitlyn. I got her.
Oh my god, that's CC. Oh.
Yeah, you got knocked around, buddy. That didn't look fun to be a part of. At least Blitzcrank could have tried to peel at least something for you though, instead of chasing that. And you are a decent bit tanky at this point. You should be able to take at least a little bit there.
He wasn't even off cooldown.
Yeah, well, wasn't E off cooldown? I'm pretty sure E was off cooldown. I'll give it to you if it wasn't, but I'm pretty.
It was my bad, Net.
Okay,
5,
even if it was,
4.
Nami ult plus chose
Alright.
Q.
Alright, you have exhaust and heal at least to help him though.
Alright, who do I exhaust here? What, Zach?
You could.
Guys,
Something.
I can only look at myself dying so many times.
I did pop the heal. I dodged Nami ult.
It was my bad. Okay.
It's all good. Oh, again, I'm pretty sure you don't have to take these to heart. Everyone makes mistakes. Do you see me when I play games with you guys? I make so many mistakes. I've had some terrible Urgot ultis. Everyone sucks at the game at our level. Yeah.
I heard
Yeah,
your Helios was quite...
Yeah, your feelers is pretty nutty, actually.
Yeah, I had a fun time with that game.
You want a lane swap with me?
Lane swap with you going to coach.
Yeah. My, around that, folks, that'll be all
Around that.
pretty good.
I'm still trying to catch up where I want to be. I forget who says. Oh, it's okay. Actually, I do want to go back to this. Is it 2030? So, 2030. So a tiny bit forward. So Daniel says, "I don't like this," which I'm assuming means you don't like the position your team's in. You don't think you'll be able to get the...
I don't like the fight, yeah.
Yeah, so...
I remember saying that. I don't remember what the fight was.
Yeah. So more decisive with that call. If you don't like the fight, just tell your team to back off instead. Like, when you say, "I don't like this," it's not decisive. And it goes into...
Okay, wait, what? So me saying, "I don't like this," that's not considered as a disengaged, like, don't fight?
Okay, does that sound... I don't like this sounds like it's like you're persuading the others in order to not go in. It's not a decisive call. That doesn't shine to me like decisive. Like,
okay.
like something...
I see what you're getting at, but... Yeah, okay.
And where it goes to the team, just... you can literally see your team hovering with this.
Yeah, okay.
We're getting top tower.
So your team...
Exhaust and everything. And
Make them flash. Make them flash. Right here.
So your team is... you're saying, "I don't like this," but the safe thing to do is to get out of there as a team if you don't like this, because what you guys are good at doing is hovering around an objective or the enemy base or something too long, and then you guys get caught out, and that's another opportunity. If you don't like this, there's a reason you don't like this. You don't think you're going to win this fight. So saying, "I don't like this," is not getting your team out of that, whereas if you if you tell your team to back out, then you're not going to get caught, and even though you lost the objective, you're not at least risking your team's death.
Excellent point, coach.
Okay.
So
Well done.
I got it.
Can we? No, we can't. Oh, 20 to 45. You guys were talking about if you could take the Baron or not. Okay, let's hear this.
I don't have it. You're level 13 or
no.
the solo scuttle?
Until...
That's fucked, dude. That's messed up.
Just call it if you want to go with it.
Yeah, so it's just yet again another thing of being indecisive, and
Yeah.
So again, I think I want to run this lesson again, possibly even Tuesday, of having you be more decisive, because it's something that is very important that is going to take us several practices to do. And again, when we go back to Tuesday and we probably do this again, it's okay if you fuck up. It's okay if you don't make the correct call in this situation. You just need to make a call, and then you'll learn from your mistakes as you do this, and you'll build confidence in yourself as you make these shot calls too, and start realizing that some of these decisions that you make immediately are actually working, and you'll build that confidence within yourself to continue doing that. So you just have to start somewhere with being decisive. Okay. 24:30. I don't think... So I don't think this is comms. We're going to listen to comms. Actually, yeah, this is comms. Let's go back here. I just want to listen for, I think it's going to be the next minute.
Yeah, winnable? Okay, I'm on it. Look for Syndra if you can.
Cho'Gath?
Yeah, I got him.
Can you
6
turn the
seconds
volume
on
up a
hook.
little bit?
No. It's not. Can we just wait? We do Baron.
No, just say it. Do Baron.
Yeah. Cho shouldn't have TP.
Okay, straight to Baron.
And Syndra doesn't have either.
I have TP. I'll meet you there.
Put a ward down so I can keep it. I'll push block. He just drags me up in there.
Straight drag.
Alpha Hammy.
You have the advantage on Spike here.
Zach was too.
I'm watching.
I'm kind of low.
I'm just playing with them. Just do your thing.
Okay, we're getting TP down here. You gotta do something.
Okay, are we off?
Yeah. I needed to smite for heal. For help.
I got it.
Okay. So, within all of that, within that minute of watching or so, there's probably several things that could be brought. What comes to any of your guys' minds with any of that?
Indecisive all the way around. Like, on the decide to go to Baron, like, and when we needed to get off, we knew we needed to get off, but we didn't. I don't know. We all agreed that we needed to get off, I feel like, but none of us did because no one said anything. That's my bad. That was definitely my bad there.
So,
especially being the one that was 2 HP. That was definitely that was all me.
A little privacy.
Oh, little privacy. You get the... Yeah, the camera's covered. Jeesh. Alright, cool. No one gets look-sees of half-naked wife running in the background. Damn. Jeesh. Anyways, yeah, being more decisive, all of that. The other thing is, with how long of a walk it was to that Baron, probably could have done some other objective that was safer, whether that was just push mid lane to try to get a turret, push bot lane, try to get that turret, because you're already all the way at the right side of the map when that started. Let's see what the timers are when this all ends.
Yeah, I got him.
6 seconds on hook.
No. It's not. Can we just...
Okay, so the situation, you have 1 kill above that, so you have Rise dead versus Caitlyn and Cho'Gath. So you do have
They're two of the big scary people.
They are.
Scary.
But Caitlyn has a 17-second cooldown timer. Cho'Gath is 38, and I'm assuming Cho'Gath did have teleport. I'm assuming he was one of the ones that actually did teleport in eventually. But I'm just going to come out and say Baron probably wasn't a smart call here, just because of you only have a 1-person numbers advantage for this. You guys are way at the bottom of the map. You literally have to walk 3/4 of the map just to even get to that Baron. And alright, so remember when I said Caitlyn had 17 seconds on her timer left? I want to see... Alright, so Caitlin's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. All right, 11 seconds. So Caitlin was 17 seconds dead when you guys started actually moving. And then she was 11 seconds alive when you actually started the Baron. So so it took you 28 seconds just to rotate to Baron, which is a really long time to actually get that damage. And Caitlin's already on her way back. Cho'Gath's up in 8 seconds. I don't know if you guys actually knew that he had teleport or not, but if you don't know, you have to assume he has teleport. So it was an unsafe call just to take that much time to get there. Now, if you guys were already on that side of the map, it might have been a different story, but the correct call would have been something more along the lines of trying to push the bottom or the mid tower together. Also, you guys were 4v3 in the bot lane. I would have probably just stayed in the bot lane and tried to get that one tower. Would have been a lot safer of a call, and I would say smarter of a call. So that's just well, I want to see with the wave. But yeah, the wave when all of this stops is dead in the center. So you guys were like right next to the wave in order to go up, and could have very possibly gone. And honestly, looking back, you guys might not have even had enough health to do that. Maybe even the correct decision was to just push out the bot lane in the mid lane and maybe get vision. Someone that has health to get vision around the Baron for next, but you will have had to make that decision yourself. I can't see how. Yeah, we can't go back and see how that 4v3 in the bot lane would have gone, but definitely I don't think Baron was the right decision here. Let's just say that. Would you guys agree with me on?
Yeah, I agree that now with all those points. Yeah.
Yeah. 32, 30. Oh, I put 30 minutes in the game. I wish you guys would have had some type of conversation. Now, tell me if I'm wrong here, but I wish you guys would have had some type of conversation. Whenever this actually decides to start for us. Yeah, it's about right here. I don't know if Hammy's ever going to tab or not, but your Xayah is super hard fed at this point. And some people are not doing so well in items, or I pause like right there if it would let me. Gosh darn. Not fast enough. There we go. Cool. So Ornn's kind of behind, but he's getting towards a late game type thing. Rise is doing meh here, and whereas you have Xayah and Rek'Sai ahead. And another thing you guys need to start trying to do is, in these situations, every occasion getting together and talking about what your win condition is, like in fights, what you need to be doing. Because right here, I would be saying that that someone maybe needs to be staying extra back with Xayah in order to be peeling for her, whether that's maybe Ornn initiating first with his ult, and then instead of diving, just because he's not as tanky as he would normally be at this point in the game, maybe him peeling for the Xayah instead, or maybe even Rise not diving himself and staying kind of in the mid line to be careful for the Xayah to make sure someone's peeling for him. Anyways, having a conversation about what your win condition is in these fights, or maybe you talk to each other and you're like, there's no way we're going to win a team fight. And then at that point, you'll come to the conclusion that you're not going to win unless you get picked. But having these conversations at some points in the game as to what your win condition is really going to help you guys organize yourselves as to what you need to be doing in team fights, because your team fight will evolve as the game goes on. It's not always going to be the same. At the beginning of the game, you might be ahead, and the divers that would normally be diving that are ahead would definitely be diving once it gets to the late game. Maybe it's someone like a Pantheon that super fell off the scale of the map and he started falling behind, and he would become a peeler instead at that point. So having those conversations is really going to help you guys too in those team fights, so you have an idea as to what you need to be doing.
Right.
Let me call. The last thing I had was 33 minutes in the game. Hammy was making the call and not Daniel. You weren't saying anything, Daniel. Again, that's something you need to work on. You said you're getting better, but you aren't perfect, and that's clearly okay. It's not just a day that you get, great at doing any of these type of shot calling, so it'll take a little bit of time. Is there anything else you guys wanted to talk about before I exited out of Hammy's stream?
Not that I can think of.
Yeah. Can you go to the point where we kill the jungler, but then we don't do Baron?
I think I had that written down as. Where is that at? Because I thought I saw that.
That's here. Yeah.
Oh, is it?
It's right here.
Yeah. It's okay. Pause. So, we just saw them mid, and then is that Cho'Gath bot? I can't tell.
Yes, Cho'Gath spot.
Yeah. And I think we don't know, or we're assuming that he has TP. So we're all up, and if we were doing it, it may just when I was the one making the call, and as this was going on, I was scared of the 7-0 Syndra just hitting those max range stuns and on us while we were doing the Baron and getting engaged on with it. I'm imagining like a twin shadows from the GLP Cho'Gath into a Syndra stun into a Nami R as we're doing Baron, and as the squishy bruiser jungle I would get blown up by any one of those things that I just didn't like it. I just didn't.
But all those things are still true if Zach's alive.
Right?
It's even worse because the Zach is alive.
Those things are just permanently true in the game, and yet we were taking team fights.
Doesn't change.
No, but I'm saying. I was saying like, while we were also having the Baron aggro though, and
alright, go ahead. Sorry.
I mean, I guess you're right. That wasn't the right call. I don't know.
And if they use all of their stuff on you, then they like it was guaranteed that Syndra was gonna use all of her shit on me, and I was just gonna press. And even if she didn't, and she actually tried to ult you, then we were just gonna win the fight and kill all of them.
To me, it just seems like you're assuming they get the perfect everything as we just sit there taking up the bum, because why would we ever react? It's like, I mean, we have a lot of things up. We were winning team fights at this point. Baron isn't worse than a Zac. And yet those were things that we were winning.
Yeah. Okay.
But, like, I don't want to get too personal. My only complaint with you as a shot caller is, like, I think you just need to have bigger balls.
No, I don't take. I'm not taking it personally. But I understand that. Like, I have confidence issues. That's not something I take personally.
Yep.
Bro, just watch my inting ass just fucking and log into there.
Well, he's not wrong. You do need bigger balls. You need to call out more. There's a lot of times where I'm all like, "What the fuck am I supposed to be doing?"
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Which is when I get a question like,
no, that's a great. That's why I like having this practice. I like having this.
Yeah. Don't be afraid of wrong calls. Just call and trust us to.
Yep. And then after the game, we'll talk together and we'll go over whether it was the correct call or not, and we'll keep adjusting your shot calling. You'll get better over time as a shot caller, just like I will theoretically get better as a coach as time goes on.
Let's not jump.
Theoretically.
Hey, I already called it out myself. Jeesh.
I gotta rub it in.
Because you also should have at that Baron positioned back behind Baron since Joe flashed up.
Yeah.
What happened?
Alright. So, on Tuesday, we're going to have, I think we're just going to run similar practice, trying to work on shot calling, and you guys following the same thing. I'll probably listen to your guys' comms again and see how that goes. Before we end tonight, I asked you guys if you were going to have, if you wanted to join Clash this Sunday. I've literally only had Daniel react yet, so are you guys available for Sunday Clash? It's going to be probably, I think, around 8 o'clock at night. You guys would have to join guys would have to join to see what time it allows you to start, since I can't do it.
It looks like it's like at 4:15.
It's not that.
7:15.
Where the fuck do you live?
I live on the West Coast.
Ew.
So yeah, it says this. Well, for me at least, it says lock-in starts at 7:15, but you guys' rank might make you start at a different time.
Mine's 7:40 or 8:45.
So get together as a team of 5 and tell me what time your start time is, and then we'll get together. But is there anyone here that just blatantly cannot make Sunday Clash?
Are we doing Saturday Clash?
You guys can if you want.
Right?
I won't be there because I've got the skin giveaway
In the past,
to do.
Kyle,
This says open Saturday at 8:45 p.m.
Yeah, Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
We
guys
do
can do.
both classes.
Yeah, you guys can do both Clash. I'll just be there for Sundays. Is what I'm saying.
Sunday Clash.
Yeah.
Ooh, I want to see if I can make Sunday.
Yeah, I'm good to go.
Okay. Just let me know if there's anyone. Let's just assume that everyone can make it, but let me know in the attendance if someone cannot make it.
I'll let you know by Friday.
Okay.
Night.
Next thing, I need to talk to Chris and Kyle in a one-on-one either tomorrow or Saturday about not in trouble. You both need to talk about your champion pools and how you're going forward. So you guys need to get to me what times you're available Friday or Saturday to talk, and then
is it just champion pool, right?
yeah. Yeah, I want. Well, I have a questionnaire. I want to get. Okay, with Chris, you have like the lowest champion pool out of anyone of 80 carries. You only want Lucian.
I disagree. I have some champions.
I do not. And you need a lot more practice on Israel for me to be confident.
I
in that
would
champion.
disagree with that. I heard you say that on your stream. That's a neck.
I want you to play Draven, Cosmo,
So.
Really good at those three.
I was saying before champ select, I have 140 ping. There's no way I play Ezreal, and you guys were like, okay, let's just lock in the Ezreal.
I didn't hear that. Anyways, well,
Champ pools in Ocean.
we need to talk, Kyle, Chris, about that, and I've got some questions to ask you guys. Hammy, I'd want to talk to you also in a one-on-one just for team captain reasons. It's been like 3 weeks or something. I just want to catch up on that.
We should dog on him, huh?
And then Kyle and Matt, for you guys being late today. Kyle, you're fine. We still haven't talked about schedules, and that's what the one-on-one's going to be. Matt, you're getting one free pass because I haven't talked to you guys any about preparing yourselves for practice, because some of you guys have been close to not making practice because you've been in a game beforehand, but none of you have actually been late to practice because of a game until today. So I was waiting until someone fucked up, and that was Matt with today. So you guys need to be paying attention to when our practice is going to start and not joining a game if it's going to make you late to practice. Any other time
That's fair.
in the future, you're going to be considered late. So you get the one freebie today because we haven't talked about it, but future you're going to be late.
I will say, in my defense, though, that was the longest fucking game of All for One I've ever played in my life.
You just have to be careful about it because that shit can happen. I've played ARAM games that are like 35 minutes long, and you just never...
Yeah, it's like, oof.
You never know when that's going to happen. In the bulletin, you guys haven't used the... I need to delete the teammate feedback form. We're not needing that anymore, at least for the time being. You guys haven't filled out anything about the practice form towards the top to tell me your opinions on how practice went. I don't know if that's pinned. It's not. I'm going to pin that. So in the bulletin, it's pinned now.
No, it's pinned.
Now it's pinned. So that form... you guys haven't used for at least a month at this point. If you guys have any opinions on how practice went, if you liked it, if you didn't like it, I still need feedback in order to make my practices better for you guys. So still remember to be filling those out. It doesn't have to be every practice, but at least once every couple weeks. If there's something that specifically sticks out to you, fill out those for me. Run that. I think that's all the announcements I can think of off the top of my head. I bet maybe I missed something yet again, but I can't think of what that something would be. So, anyways, that'll be it for tonight's practice. Thanks for joining, guys. I'll see you on Sunday's Clash, hopefully.
All right.
Thanks, Dad.
See you guys.
Night.
People who are not coached, is anyone staying on?
So, that will be it for tonight's practice. We'll stayed on. Looks like about 35 minutes extra. Sorry about today's streaming quality. Usually I try to do it in 720 resolution, but the internet's stupid. I have a new phone that I'm going to have to dick around with. Hopefully it's going to be able to catch up, keep up with the stream needs. I'm going to strangle my internet company for not allowing me to have any other better internet. It's absolutely ridiculous. I have to have 2 separate internets combined just to be able to run this, because this is the program I run for 2 separate internet. It's a VPN, but it combines both my Ethernet and my phone tethered. It's not even hotspot, it's tethered, and it tells you how much data I'm using on each, but still doesn't keep up with the data needs of these streams sometimes, which is absolutely ridiculous. I have 4G network, and I have a Ethernet tethered cord. You'd think this would be a lot simpler of a stream to run, but it's not. First world problems. Anyways, if you guys haven't signed up for the skin giveaway, it's still running until Saturday. I'm doing that skin giveaway contest at 10:15 p.m. Eastern Standard on Saturday. Hope to see you there. For the live stream, it looks like we have, I think, over 360 people enter the contest, which I only know if I've ever passed 200 people in one of these contests. So it's going to be a crazy big amount of people in the contest. Really excited for the live stream. And then I do expect to join them for their Clash tournament on Sunday, and we'll see how we're able to do that. Around that, I am going to get off here, guys. You have a good rest of the night. Thanks much. Bye.